All right, what's up, everybody? Kind of got a freaky effect going on tonight. Welcome to My Taste in Music Sucks, the podcast where myself and Christopher Icon sit down and we talk about music that, ironically enough, doesn't suck. Um, man, this week we had the American debut of a very popular stoner doom groove psychedelic metal band from
Prague.
England, Prague, yeah, called Sergeant Thunderhoof. The album is Avalon Calling, and what I thought was one of the strangest things about this being the album that they chose to debut in America with, it's a live album. So
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting too
yeah,
because we were just shooting a message back and forth, and I was like, "All right, Avalon calling." I go to their Spotify, which, eh, whatever, any way you can check them out, and I see this album, and it's just live. So I'm scrolling through, starting to get a little confused. I was like, but I think maybe I get why they chose this as the American debut because it's cohesive. It's a whole journey. If you like that whole prog, especially the type of prog they're doing over in that general part of the world, like Opeth, this is right up. I'll say right up that alley. It's not
yeah,
derivative at all, but it's. Uh, I got it. With this
yeah,
album, I see why they presented this as, hey, here's Sergeant Thunderhoof.
yeah. And I mean, the thing is, they're all really strong players. Their
Ugh.
singer's really great. So like the difference between the live recordings and what you'd get if you bought a studio album, it's not really, it's pretty much the same stuff, man. You're gonna get what you're getting. They don't sound that much different. So um but yeah, personally, like I bought this album just based off the name
How
of
long
the
ago?
band. It sounded like a cool, Sergeant Thunderhoof. Why not check it out? And
How
I
long ago
knew
did you buy it? When did you
I
get it?
bought it. I actually supported it on Kickstarter. So I got it about a month before it actually came out.
Which still would have been like, was that recently?
Yeah, yeah, 2000 2025, man. This was this year.
Okay, so
So,
this isn't a band from like your childhood, like the last
right,
band. All right.
right. Yeah, no, this is just I mean, this is a newer band that I thought was dope and I thought people should check it out. But yeah, that is one thing. There's heavy like Deep Purple and Sabbath influences.
I heard the Sabbath for sure.
Yeah. And I think uh you could listen to this and think it's from the 70s, you know?
I did actually. I
Yeah.
thought it was from that era.
No, this is brand new, man.
Hmm.
Brand new stuff.
So do you know why it's a live album and not there's no other Avalon Calling or anything like that?
Um, so I know that they had been planning on releasing a studio album first, but then there was some issues in the studio or issues with putting the record out or something like that. So rather than let make people wait, they were just like, screw it, and they put the live album out instead. So
Oh,
this
okay.
wasn't actually supposed to be the American debut. It just ended up being the American debut because the other album wasn't ready for whatever reason. So
That's a bold strategy, I
I
guess.
mean, it takes balls, dude. Like
It kind of
you,
makes sense.
yeah,
Like you said earlier, the album, the players they're all so good. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and I know a lot of prog rock band, prog whatever metal bands have
yeah.
some really great players,
Right.
but I'm talking about the style. Like, I'm a big Tool fan. When I
Yeah,
break
yeah.
down that band, each one of those guys is a you know what I mean, top tier player.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
these guys are on that level. They you can tell they I'll, I got something I say about it a little bit later on that I think makes
yeah.
perfect sense, but I
Right
don't want
on.
to quite give that away yet.
Dude, I think that the effect that the light behind me is giving me is trippy, man. I look like I'm,
A ghost.
yeah, it's wild, dude. It's kind of perfect for the music, so we'll just keep rolling with it. But
Yeah, the first song, You've Stolen the Worlds.
yeah,
My first thing is the what now with big question marks because I hadn't even
yeah,
pushed play yet.
yeah,
I got everything together and I was writing down the first song title like I always do.
yeah,
And then for some reason I was just like, okay, I could tell from that title that this is going to be one of those big storytelling vibes before
yeah.
even hitting play.
Right, right.
And then about halfway through that first song, they catch that groove. I don't even know how else to describe it. And all I wrote in just big letters was doom because you're just over here going, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right. And I think that that is part of what makes Sergeant Thunderhoof stand out from other progressive metal bands or like bands with really great musicianship
Hmm.
is the doom aspects of it and the stoner aspect of it and the groove aspect of it. Like it's very much it's dirty, you know, it's not
Hmm.
this isn't Dream Theater. This isn't, um IQ. It's like their darker cousin, you know?
Yeah, I do actually because I thought of bands that are big like this, like Queensryche, who we've talked about a
Sure,
couple times. That's probably why I
sure.
thought of them. And there were elements of Queensryche that
Yep. Yeah, I
personally
can
I
hear that.
don't like.
Yeah.
But these guys, it's the same, it's almost the same genre,
Right.
but like you're saying, they added that sludge or that doom, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought it really worked for them. They hit a groove in there that just,
Yeah. I mean, to me, like the first song, it smacks you in the face with that riff right
yeah,
out of the gate, you know? And then there's a part in there where the song starts to lock in and
yeah,
the guitar player's doing these cool bends. It just sounds really neat, man. Like I like it when bands bring stuff like that that just kind of comes out of nowhere. And Sergeant Thunderhoof does a ton of that.
yeah, they
Like
really
that's
do.
yeah. Even though like the groove may not change much from song to song, like they definitely have a sound. They have
Yes,
the bass that's there, you know, but they add different cool little elements in every song.
that also might have been the point of the
Yeah.
whole thing being presented the way it is, because it definitely flows, especially for a live album,
Right. Right.
for it to they're definitely wanting it presented as a whole piece of music, not
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, like we've talked about singles and picking singles, just how we would do something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You couldn't with this album. It's not fair to the rest
No.
of the music.
Yeah, I mean there are moments that stand out and I mean, I think Another Plane is maybe the standout track. It has a bunch of really and we'll get to that song obviously.
Yeah. I
But
still have notes about this first song.
oh, go for it, brother.
Did you
Yeah.
catch there was a very Bowie, and this is what sold me on the singer. At
Yeah.
first, I don't know. He's really talented and everything. For me, it was just a tone. That's all.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, I don't know and what I feel about this. And then
Yeah.
there's this weird, like trippy Bowie thing he does in the middle of this song, and it
Yeah.
just sold.
Yep. Yep.
I was wrote it big down in my it's about 5 minutes in is what I wrote down, and I just
Right.
put sold. And then for this funny goof joke, I was like, what is going on here? This is like a positive Hobbit tool.
Yes. Dude, there are definitely tool elements, especially in the bottom end, I think.
Hmm.
Um, that you could hear in this band for sure. Um, yeah, it's funny because there's obviously like religious undertones that we'll get into later, but
I
it's
thought it was more in the storytelling
yeah, but it's all
aspect of it.
storytelling, right? Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I was gonna get to. Like they're not. condemning or uplifting one way or another. They're just telling a tale.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
and it's a big, epic,
Yeah. Yeah.
those, that medieval style that so many people like.
Yeah. 6 songs, 46 minutes. I mean, that's something, man. The first
Yeah,
track is a little over 8 minutes long.
I know, but it moves around so
Yep.
much that it doesn't become stale.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
However, we go into Devil's Daughter, and
Yeah.
at first I was not feeling this. It was more straight power metal,
Yeah,
more
definitely.
like full on in gimmick Chris Jericho. I could see him singing it.
Right, right. Yeah, the vocals definitely get bigger on this song, and it's got like a blazing guitar solo. It's definitely a little more Iron Maiden-ish, than
Right. But it
the
still
first
catches
track.
in the middle of it again. They seem to really like to catch that groove.
Yep.
And it just the way they go into it, it really stood out to me on this track. After saying, oh, I don't know, it's maybe they changed my mind yet again. So at this point, I'm all in. And he says something. Should have Googled it just so I could find
Hmm.
out, but I went ahead and wrote it down so we could
Okay.
talk about the lyrics. I thought was really, really cool. He said, tyranny or treble coming through your door.
Nice.
And I just like that visual of maybe it's tyranny, but
Yeah.
maybe it's music.
Yeah. Could be either one. Maybe it's both.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah.
it could be absolutely. And then
Yeah.
that leads into another plane, which you were going to talk about anyway. So,
Yeah, it's probably my favorite song on the album, honestly. There's so many different parts in this song. I feel like, if you cut it down somehow to 3.5 minutes, it could be a single for metal radio because it's really hooky. But I mean, it's got, the drums are big, and then there's like a fuzzy guitar that sounds almost like a garage rock guitar.
yeah,
And then it gets into like this cool psychedelic part that closes it out with this just freaking long extended jam that you don't know where it's going, but it's just like, you know, it's got a lot of really, really cool stuff going on in this song. And it's
and
all stuff that I like, like
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
yeah, it's
And
all
that's
stuff that
where the
works.
I think that's where the doom comes in that really works for them
Yeah.
because some of those for me, some of those prog rock bands, the guitar gets a little too chung chung, a little too just
Yeah. Yeah.
metal sounding.
Right. Right.
So it doesn't sometimes that groove doesn't quite feel as I don't know, like it's got any real groove to it. That's not true for like Opeth and I'm sure
Right.
these bands that I don't follow like Meshuggah.
With sugar, sure.
Yeah, but these guys, for some reason, the keeping it within that doom tone
Yeah.
really just brings you into the song. Like the bass and everything, it just kind of pulled me into it. I was listening to everything he had to say. For some reason, this song made me think of there's a video game called Brutal Legend
Okay.
that
Right.
Jack
Jack
Black's
Black. Yeah.
for some reason it made me think of that whole I guess you'd call it world or whatever. It's just as we talk about different imaginative bands and I feel like there is probably a concept to this album that maybe we don't know or we've
Oh,
missed
sure.
just
Yeah.
because of the way it's so cohesive. It's just the the musicians keep blowing me away.
Right.
Even, Doom can get a little repetitive sometimes, but even the that when it even when it's repeating like that, it doesn't feel jammed into your face. It's just got that nice groove to it that I usually don't find in progressive bands.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you won't hear the fuzz tones and stuff that and just the big smacking drums. That's
Hmm.
not really a progressive thing. Like they use a lot of synth pads and wheedly 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 wheedly. Like
Right.
so it's a different sound. Um I think that what makes Sergeant Thunderhoof tie into that is the musicianship. Like they're all
Yeah.
just really, really good musicians.
Where is my line? Oh, I said, this is what happens when true nerds hook up in music. And I mean, like, true, almost autistic level of nerd.
Nice.
Because the playing is so, like, the timing is so good and the way
Yeah,
it grooves and structures, it's probably mathematical in some way or another. I mean,
sure, sure.
th I just felt like these were the kind of guys that were eerie good at their instruments. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. One of the cool things about Sergeant Thunderhoof too is like, I mean, they sell a lot of records in England, but they couldn't get a record deal. So they started their own record label, Pale Wizard Records, to put their music out. And I believe they actually have like some bands on the label now. Like they've become like a successful like entity over in England. And that's really
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
need more stuff like that just so
Yeah.
we can get these kind of bands, whatever, so
Yeah.
people can get these kind of bands out into the world.
Yep.
And I like to see that, where I've mentioned how I don't really like punk music, but I love that DIY kind of
Yeah.
attitude.
Aesthetic.
That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Yep. Yeah. I mean the work ethic, to do something like that, to turn your band into something successful. And I mean they obviously have a whole concept, that the band represents. So I dig it, man. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was real cool. It was just a nice, again, I'm going to stick with groove for this album because you're just
Yeah.
in it. You're just swaying with it. It really, and this will actually tie in the next song, which is the one you were talking about some religious themes in,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
The Tree and the Serpent.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
I get so, like, I don't know what I would call it, just locked into that groove that almost his voice almost, the words didn't mean nothing. Like it was the tone of
Yeah.
how he was singing and how it was going with and at first I was like, oh, that's a little weird. But then I just got to thinking about it. It's like, no, it's just his voice is so melodic
Yep. Yep.
that if you're in that groove and you're not paying super attention to what he's saying, it just flows with the music.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the cool surprises about this song is the swagger to it. I thought it had almost like a southern rock swagger, or like a
Mm.
Rolling Stones swagger. It just the if I don't know, it felt like a barroom doom metal song. If there's such a thing. Like I thought it was, and I think this might be his best vocal performance on the record. His voice sounds so good in this song. It's really
His voice
clear,
is,
and yeah, and it goes in, fits really well with the music.
yeah, it really does. And he doesn't rely on that up singy
Oh yeah,
tone
yeah,
of usually the style of music. He can hit those notes,
yep,
but he also is where the Tool comparison kind of come in. He also knows when to bring it down and when to drag out his words. And again, these guys, I'm sure if we looked it up, they've probably either been playing for years or they're
yeah,
just nerds, gigantic nerds that obsess and
right,
do everything because, man, the feel of this overall album is again epic. It's
yeah,
hard to imagine that to me, it's hard to imagine just five guys just I don't know, man, let's go make a song. You know what I mean?
right, right,
It
right, right.
feels so well constructed at every point and it's live
And
for
right,
the
I was just gonna say it's a live album, man. Yeah, yeah. To be able to put together something this tight
yes.
live is just wild.
And they play it sounds like they play just straight through. That's
Yeah,
the concert
yeah,
was those whatever songs.
yeah. Those 6 songs for 46 minutes, and they were like, "All right, we're out."
Yeah.
And the crowd noise sounds legitimate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It doesn't sound like they messed with much of it at all. It sounds like this is what you got. Oh,
I think they actually either better recording when they did it or did it on purpose. The crowd music was or crowd music.
yeah,
The
crowd noise.
crowd noise was turned down.
Yeah, it was pretty minimal.
Yeah, it
You couldn't
wasn't
hear them at all during
distracting.
the songs, and then a little bit in between here and there. But either
But
that or they recorded it in a teeny tiny club.
you would
One or the
still
other.
have to what to nobody?
Right
There's
to
no
like
way.
8 people.
That'd be weird if there's a band that are
Yeah.
this good out there. And I'm sure
Yeah.
there is actually, because if we know how that scene works, that's
Right.
just
Right.
like,
Right. Right.
what? Well,
Yeah.
we talked about that. That's part of the live experience that when you get to the jaw-dropping bands where you're
Right.
just like, what am I witnessing?
Yeah.
So Diesel Breath, that was,
Yeah. It's a good tune too.
yeah, at first I was like, oh wow, this kind of makes me think of like I was thinking of Game of Thrones for some reason, but somewhere
Okay.
I'm like, no, no. To me, it had a very like Sons of Anarchy kind of vibe, which as I wrote it down, I
Okay.
was, no, what am I? It's Othello, right? You know, Sons of Anarchy is just a allegory for Othello, the
Oh,
ancient.
interesting.
So it
Okay.
just, I don't know why, but that's what it made me think of.
Okay.
Usually, like when I hear bands like this, to me, and I when I sit back and imagine it, it's the big classic stories, swords and dragons. Maybe it's because what they're
Sure.
singing about usually.
Sure.
But with this, at least this song, it wasn't like that. I was hearing so many cool elements that I was like, oh man, this for some reason makes me think of visually, not just like, say, a scene from Sons of Anarchy, but the overall feel of it because the music is so just epic, so
Yeah. Sure.
big.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. This track has like a swirling drum to it, and kind of a circular guitar sound. I don't know. That's just how my brain hears it. Other
Right.
people may not understand what I'm saying, but I thought it sounded a lot like 90s like radio rock. I mean that's
Kind of.
like like Bush and stuff like that.
Right.
Which I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, but it used to be like you would see these commercials. I know you know what I'm talking about. Most
Yeah.
people probably do. It'd be like highway jams.
Right, 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 right.
Is that's kind of, and it was these kind of bands, not that we're saying anything about them, but they're just kind of that windows down average person listens to them. Like Nickelback would be on there a couple times, and
Sure, sure.
there was just like kind of like a motorcycle rider feel to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
I like how they, again, these are long songs,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm not really going, all right, when does this one end?
Wins it over,
I'm
right? Sure.
right, just flowing with it. This album was moving. Like
Yep.
I don't I couldn't sit still. I mean, I don't sit still very well anyway, but
Right.
I'd find myself just absently at first, but just grooving to it. Just
Yep. Yep.
it gets into you and it's like, all right. I
So
mean,
I
I got
just
go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, brother.
I was
Yeah,
just going to say, I got distracted from the lyrics and stuff and the vocals,
sure.
which is usually my main focus in
Right.
just enjoying the groove of this band. Even when they did the shreddy guitar work and everything, it's still, yeah, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
had a great groove through every song, and they stayed just tight, and there was nothing odd. Like, some bands you'll be listening to, and it's like, oh, what was that sound? That's a little
Right.
interesting. These guys, again, like
Yeah.
I said, knew what they were presenting.
Yep, everything is in the right spot, man, for sure. So I looked up a couple things real quick.
Sweet.
This is their first ever live recording as a five piece. They had just added a new member to the band, so they used to be a four piece.
Hmm.
And the place where they recorded it is called the Treehouse. It's in Frome, Somerset, UK.
I think I saw that. It was on Amazon, right? The guy
Oh,
from
I
Lost
saw it
is
on
in
their
it.
Bandcamp, but
Oh, that's from. Never mind.
yeah. Oh, from the show.
Yeah, bad joke.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Not really, but thanks for humoring me.
Oh man, but yeah, From is good though.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's like it looks like a house. It's a small pub.
Hmm.
It looks like a house. So that's really interesting. I don't
I
know
don't know if
what's
I should bring that up now. You know what? I'll just say that I've
yeah, it's
actually seen bands in well, it was in a house. And it
yeah, sure,
applies to what we're talking about, just not
yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah,
So that leaves us with the sixth and final song.
right,
And at this point, I'm just like, it's building. You could tell it's all getting ready to end, like we've
yeah,
talked about on other albums where the maybe we thought this track should have been the finish or there was extra added tracks. This song just
it's the
and
finish. Yeah,
yes, and it encapsulates the whole thing.
yep,
I felt
yep,
like the story was completed. Like we watched the movie, we got through the experience, but I
yep.
didn't feel like, oh, it's over or oh wow, it's over. It was just like, oh,
No, it felt done. Yeah, it felt wrapped up. Like,
yeah, it felt like closure. It was
yep,
like, and that's what I was saying earlier. This is definitely an album that needs to be listened to as a whole piece of music.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, the track is Avon and Avalon Part Two.
Yep.
And I think when we started, I may have called the album Avalon Calling. If I did, my mistake, it's Avon Calling. Um, but yeah, I thought the bottom end in this song was really, really cool. I thought the bass work stood out a little more than it's on some of the other songs.
Hmm.
Um, it kind of had like to me anyway, like a Highway Star, like Deep Purple feel to it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
And I really liked it. It was just so good. I was sitting there just listening to the song, and I was listening to it just get better and better and better until it ended. I mean, that was yeah. So
That's kind of the feel, especially going in completely blind and the
yeah,
way the album starts. I'm like, okay, it's going to be. I don't like too many prog bands. It's usually a
right,
tone thing and the way it sounds
right,
as far as the shredding and all that. But
right.
so I'm a little hesitant, like I wrote down at first, but it didn't take 5 minutes before I'm just
Right.
like, oh, wow, okay.
Well, dude, I'm glad that they won you over, man. I would hate to have you listen to something that you actually thought sucked.
No, we haven't ran into that yet.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
was just
Yeah.
I was just talking about usually I don't listen to these kind of bands. I don't even read this genre of books except for two
Gotcha.
exceptions. I
Yeah.
don't usually like dragons and swords and wizards and
Sure,
that
sure,
whole
sure.
thing,
Sure.
which for some reason I associate with prog rock, prog
Yeah.
metal, but not these guys.
Yeah. And
And
I
they're
mean
still doing the thing.
right. Right. That I mean the freaking album is called Avon Calling, which is, from King Arthur. So
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about the tones, like the vocal. I don't know. I feel like there's more there. There had to be surely this is a big concept album just
yeah, yeah.
because of the way the things he sings about and the way it's all crafted together. You didn't like find anything out about that or it didn't come up.
Man, I know that Sergeant Thunderhoof in general, writes about medieval times and wizards and warriors and stuff like that. I know that's their thing, you know. I don't know for sure if the live album is a concept album. Um, but if it's not, I mean, it sticks in with all the themes that they always sing about. So
Right. And that's interesting if it's not a concept. Is it
yeah,
like normal concert or constructed? All right, let's take two songs from this album. Let's throw in
yeah, I don't
that
know.
because it does not sound like that.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like they picked songs off the same album. I
It
don't know.
sounds like
That's a
they knew
good
exactly
question.
like I said earlier, they knew this is the show, not,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right, right. Yeah, that's a interesting.
whereas like jam bands usually will
Yeah, it sounds
create
like they're
around or a live a live album, there's banter or cuts between songs or the songs don't actually really fit together.
right, right,
This
right.
you'll forget this is the live album. It doesn't
Yeah,
sound live. It's not disjointed at all. As a
yeah.
matter of fact,
So, oh,
Ryan
go ahead.
loves this type of music, doesn't he? Is it him
I
that?
think so. Yeah, yeah. I think he's into this stuff.
Because that's what I wrote down as my final thoughts on the album was just if you like that genre at all, like a lot of people do, either
Right.
prog rock, doom, epic metal, any one of those,
Yeah,
this encompasses all of those, and it's so perfectly crafted.
yeah. So I just took a quick check, and
Hmm.
it looks like they pulled a couple songs off each one of their albums. So Avalon, Avon, and Avalon Part Two is actually the second half of another song, obviously called Avon and Avalon Part One. So yeah, this is just six songs from random, not random, but different albums across their career. So yeah, not a
Wow.
concept album.
Wow. I mean
Yeah.
that makes it even crazier.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like and a lot of prog or doom somewhere there in the middle, these guys for sure, like I said, catch a groove and kind of cheat with it.
Mhm. Yeah,
They're
sure.
just like, yeah, we're grooving now, but
Yep.
it fit here. It fits so well that the whole album felt cohesive works.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really
definitely.
surprises me, like you said. It's
They're not even off the same albums. Yeah, just yeah. I
wow.
mean, so like you've stolen the world. Is it the words or the worlds?
I have you stolen the worlds. Is
Okay,
it
so you
words?
I thought it was words, but maybe it's worlds.
I have to know now because
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't write down the wrong thing.
Right, right, right. Um, but I think on the album, that song and Devil's Daughter
Uh-huh.
are right next to each other. So they
Okay.
kind of go into each other like they do live.
Now, see, that
I
makes
think
sense
that's what I
now.
saw. But
What did you?
some of the stuff, like three of the tracks are off the same album, Terra Solis, but they're not near each other.
Right.
Diesel Breath, Another Plane, and The Tree and the Serpent are all off that album.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
They're just
It
the
is You've Stolen the
musicianship, man.
Words. It's You've
Ah,
Stolen the Words. And that's
well,
the
see,
opener. Yeah.
they did steal the words because I
They
wrote
did
the wrong
steal the
thing down.
words. They stole the words and you stole the worlds.
And they look like people I work with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they look
but
like
that's
the guys in Caius. Or the
yeah,
guys in uh Queens of the Stone Age, I guess is
yeah,
what they're called now. But
yeah. They would fit in with that kind of desert rock
oh
stoner
yeah,
thing that those bands were doing.
for sure. For sure.
Um, I don't know if this applies or it does sort of. We were talking, you and I, about the phenomenon where you can say like woo and other people will go woo.
Yeah, they'll say it back, yeah.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
you saw on because he left in the comments too, my buddy Nate, he called me
Oh,
and
okay.
was telling me that that's called something.
Right, right. He put it in the comments too about what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
And I was going to use that because of the way it tied into the feel of this album,
Mhm.
because it's like there's just like a little loop there that I kept thinking it's like, oh, I forgot I like this. I like this kind of groove.
Right,
I
right,
was
right.
thinking of like Conan and but that's not exactly the same thing. But for
Yeah,
me, it's the same vibe. It's again that magic, like real spell of it. Because
right.
they took just instruments and made me envision these kind of epic battles in a way where you actually felt because of the doom. It's almost like you could feel the heaviness and the sounds of battle. And I was thinking that that's what that it would have helped if I'd have wrote the word down without having to
Oh
bring
yeah,
up
whatever that was that Nate was talking about.
shibboleth.
Okay.
And the reason I got stuck on that is because what is that?
Right, 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 right.
Because it's almost like a compulsion, right? When especially
Yeah, yeah, you
wrestlers,
hear something, you have to say something back. Yeah.
whereas music like this, especially bands like this, it's almost the compulsive vibe to the groove. It's almost like that. It's
You have to
compulsive.
lock
It's
into it.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this album though, as I
Right on.
keep saying, because of the way it would just again, it just moved me in the way of making me want to move, and there was no negative, no energy at all. There was
Right.
no.
Right.
It was what I call it, something Hobbit tool,
Yeah, yeah.
positive
Hobbit Tool.
Hobbit
Yeah.
tool.
Hobbit Tool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my final thoughts on the album, I mean, it's pretty much what we've talked about. It has a really strong 70s vibe. Um, Black Sabbath influences for sure.
There's no reason not to like this album.
Yeah, yeah. There's long songs. I mean, it's 6 songs in 46 minutes.
Right.
So that's almost 8 minutes for each song, you know? And then it has lots of cool imagery. But I was saying there's long songs, but they don't seem long. A lot
No,
of times, man, I'll be listening to a song and I'll be like, good Lord, is this thing over yet? And I don't feel like even with the songs that are 8 or 12 minutes long, um, doesn't seem like you've been listening to them for that long. So
I think that's the doom. That's why the that kind of doom stoner works
yeah,
so well because it that feel of doom that it's just dun dun dun, but it's not a keeping time sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's
right,
almost
right,
just
right.
a you're not doing nothing but marching forward.
Right. I can't remember which track it was. I should have written it down, but like he did the guitarist, one of the guitarists, because there's two, did something, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's Tony Iommi!" Like
Mm.
it was so Sabbath.
Yeah,
But
that's why I thought I was like, were these guys another band that was playing Sabbath style that didn't get
no,
signed or
they're a relatively new band, like maybe 2016ish or so. Uh, who obviously love that kind of music, you know?
well, just the way it's so well again crafted
Yeah,
to
yeah,
find out that I thought maybe that's part of I fumbled that all up.
yeah.
So I
Okay.
was thinking they were an older band because the
Right,
musicianship and the craftsmanship of the album is
right.
so good. Kind of
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense though. All that scene over there is the metal scene is a little different over there than it is
yeah, for
over
sure.
here. We have a
Yeah,
little bit more of angst, maybe a little more testosterone
right, right,
blatantly
right.
in our metal, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but over there in like the UK and some of those other countries, it's different. It's
Yeah,
less my feelings and what I think, more of let me tell you this story.
yeah, Yeah, and this is definitely a band that's telling a story, like 100%.
Yeah. And it harkens back to that time too, because of it feels like alive.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
most music does when you listen to it and you're really, but I don't know if it's the way the doom kind of works with your heartbeat and or works with your breath, but it just, for some reason, it felt very alive. And that's why I was
yeah. I mean,
talking about the magic, the spell of it.
yeah, I think, this is a live album, but like I said, it doesn't really sound that much different than their studio stuff. And I think the production is very organic.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of trickery. There's not a lot of so they did remix the album, so I guess that could explain the sound levels because sometimes on just a straight live recording the guitar will be up a little too high or whatever, so they did even out that, so that's
Maybe that's
but
why they had to put remaster on it. That way
yeah,
the listener would know
yeah,
they changed some levels, but that's all they did. Like you were saying, there
yeah,
was no,
they
for a
didn't go in
band
and do
that
overdubs or anything like that. They
they
just
don't
mixed it.
rely on, none of that is tricks or gimmicks or anything. They don't rely on extra things. Like Tool will do extra things, right? Maynard will do something over here, and maybe the drummer will do something wild, and maybe other bands use some keyboards.
Right.
It's just those five guys and
Yeah.
their instrument.
Yep. Yep. And they're just locked in, man.
Yeah. Made me think of there are a lot of those just storytellers in music, not just this genre,
Mhm.
because I think of when you mention any kind of storytelling in music, I think of um why am I Bob Dylan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So if
Yeah.
you didn't say Bob Dylan, I was going to. Yeah. 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 I
And
mean,
go ahead.
I was just there's Bob Dylan, Tom Petty,
Yep.
Bruce Springsteen. They tell
Right.
stories. Billy Joel. I know you don't like Billy Joel, but
Right. Just
but those guys tell stories.
instead of, and it's okay when bands are like, this is my feelings and I'm putting them out there. I love that too, the
Yeah.
POV, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
But there is this genre of storytelling that,
Right. Right. I mean, Billy Joel's first hit, if you will, was scenes from an Italian restaurant, something or other. And it's basically, about a night at a freaking restaurant. It's just like, and he's just
I
telling the
wonder,
story of these people in this restaurant. Like,
I wonder what um the mental decision to do that is. Because you and I
right.
have both written and we think of things as lyrics or whatever. So
Yeah.
we think of the POV, but
Yeah.
mine was always related to the emotion. And I never
Same.
thought just
Same.
tell something like Sergeant Thunderhoof did, like
Right. Right.
epic.
Right. Right.
I
I
wonder if they
mean,
think about that in the music too.
yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, so, I mean, I wrote a song once called the Slurpee song, right? And it's about going to a 7-Eleven and trying to get a Slurpee, and there's no Slurpees, basically. But the whole song was about the angst of not getting a Slurpee. Like,
Yeah, I
as
do, because
silly as that sounds, but I focused on there was a story. Like, at the end, the guy finds a girl with a Slurpee and asks her for a sip, and it's loaded down with gin. And he gets mad because he just wanted a Slurpee.
just
But
wanted a goddamn Pepsi.
just wanted a Pepsi. But yeah, even something as simple as that, I always would tap into the emotion of it. I couldn't just tell a story, you know.
Right.
Um, Another
And
band that's
maybe
good at stuff like that. Have you ever heard Cathedral?
not off the top of my head.
Okay, Cathedral's another doom band.
Hmm.
Uh, they're probably even more proggy than than
Sergeant
Sergeant
Pepper.
Thunderhoof.
It's a
But they
hard
write
name to
songs
remember.
about fighting monsters and freaking all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well,
Um,
that's the genre.
yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure it has a name.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just doom metal. Like, I think, doom metal in general is about, it sounds like it would be about darkness and evil, but
Yeah,
it's really
big.
more about epic adventures. Like, that's really what doom metal and power metal has some of that too. But yeah, for the most part, doom and power metal are very close to each other. One is just slow and one is very showy,
Right.
but they're really close to the same thing. So,
Yeah, I could see that. And I just wonder if are these guys from the UK
yeah,
that,
yep.
well, that is the King Arthur
Yeah.
Knights. I mean, that's the area, the
Yeah, that's where the lore
continent
came
for
from,
it.
Yeah.
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 So maybe it's just that's the history of that whole area.
Yeah,
Because
I'd be
this,
curious to see how many metal bands there are making music about King Arthur that are American bands, or about the serpent in the tree and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. We don't really, yeah, and as a country, you
It's
could do that. You could
yeah,
Native American, they have great, big, huge histories. And
sure, sure. I
yeah,
mean, it definitely seems like it's more of a British thing though. To fantasy metal, medieval metal, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
all
Definitely
right.
seems like it's more of a British thing than
Yeah.
an
And
American thing.
a lot of the prog bands come from over there too.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if for some reason, I keep wondering, is it like an attention span thing? Because
I don't know.
Americans,
Yeah, fair.
we like quick and, punk music and faster rock,
Right,
whereas
right, right.
these type of bands, well, no, because we got jam bands. In all honesty,
Yeah,
it's just not this genre.
yeah. And I mean, Dream Theater might be the biggest prog band in the world, and they're from America. They're from like Long Island or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I never really got into them either. My brother had one of their albums,
was the Images and Words?
something, somebody's on the cover.
Okay.
Somebody's on the cover. It's like a child looking into a mirror, I think.
Images and Words. Images and Words. Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what song I really liked off of that, but there was one that is
Was it
still
Pull Me Under? Pull me under.
something about
Pull me under.
Mother Mary or Mother. Mm,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
floating
I
around
had
like a
that album.
memory in my head.
But the big single off that was Pull Me Under. And it was funny because they edited it down and then like they shot a video with James LeBray, the singer, in like skater shorts and like he looked like Mike Patton.
Nah,
And he was like holding the microphone like Mike Patton held the microphone. That's what I always remember. I'm like, man, James LeBray looked like Mike Patton in that freaking video. But that song, I believe, is about Native Americans. So
there you go. The
yeah,
epic storytelling.
yeah,
I
right.
maybe it's just me because I always associate this sound with, especially when I'd have to go back and restudy his lyrics to even have a clue what he's talking about.
Right, right.
But because for some reason the overall sound of it just makes me think of that kind of King Arthur Knights and all that.
Yeah, I think it's
And I
supposed to.
do
Yeah.
associate that with the UK. So maybe it's just
Yeah,
me as uh, the way I like to let the music make me envision something.
yeah. Yeah. It's funny because to me, like I listen to this band and I hear like Fu Manchu and Caius and uh I can't think. Well, Sabbath, obviously.
Right.
Um, I didn't really pick up on the prog elements a little bit until you pointed them out, and then I'm like, yeah, there is a lot of prog in this
It's
band.
the prog timing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And we just don't notice it as much because of the chug of the doom, but the timing's
Yeah,
still there. There's still weird 4/3s and all that stuff. It's
sure, sure,
just
sure.
with that tone, it just
Yeah, they're definitely not playing in the regular time signatures. This is not 4 on the 4,
Right. Yeah, it's
freaking
not
yeah,
verse, chorus, verse.
yeah. Oh yeah, not even close to that. But
It was good.
yeah, I like it a lot, dude. I like that's why I brought it. And I think Sergeant Thunderhoof, after toiling over in England for over a decade, made a really cool choice by putting a live album out in America, and
Yeah,
that's the first album. That's the first thing that they give to us is a live album. I thought it was a really cool choice and definitely worth checking out. So
and it kind of makes sense,
yeah,
especially over here because it's so a lot of these bands aren't as good live. Take that however you want, but they are definitely studio driven bands.
sure, sure, sure.
But over there, it seems like every time I hear one of these bands, whether it's no matter what genre it is, it's the excellence of playing.
Yeah,
Where it
yeah.
feels like in America, maybe the raw energy we have more like a rolling. Well, they don't count either, but
The other
like
English.
Metallica
Yeah, sure.
is more like a raw energy, where this is so
Yeah,
precise
yeah.
and but not. I don't know. There's just something about this genre that usually I miss, but for some reason, the doom element of this band that sucked me right in the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I think so. I've seen a decent amount of bands live.
Right?
Um, and generally, I don't know, like even if they don't sound as good as the recorded version, there's something about the performance that'll hook me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everybody has their redeeming qualities when it comes to that for the most part. Unless they just get drunk and walk off the stage, Axl Rose and Scott Stapp.
Right.
But,
Who are both giving it the effort now, so
yeah,
it
yeah,
is what it
100%.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just part
definitely.
of whatever's going on when you go to a concert, that weird energy, the
Yeah.
vibe of it. People say that and it's kind of a hippie thing, but
Mm,
is it? If you've gone to a concert, you kind of get the mass hypnosis,
yeah,
but
yeah. I mean,
God, go ahead.
well, when I used to drink, right?
Hmm.
Um, I'd get a beer. Right when the band started, I'd chug my first beer. I would feel it go through me and then be like, yeah, time to rock and roll. And the thing is, I still get that feeling even though I don't drink anymore. Like right when the music starts, you get that rush, dude, and it just goes through you and the energy just pops out. For a split second, it feels like you're about to have an anxiety attack. At least me. It's how it feels. Like there's so much energy built up.
Mm,
And it's just, man, music is visceral to me. It goes through your blood, it's
it's supposed to be
yeah, it gets
because it,
inside you.
yeah, and that's the whole weird whatever I'm trying to say about music almost proves magic is real.
Yeah, yeah. You said it before, man.
Well, you could even destroy with it, right?
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they think maybe somehow the pyramids were using sound to heal.
Interesting.
So there's got to be some kind of connection, and I might spend time looking this up because I'm a nerd.
Right.
Because if you think about the drums, right?
Yeah.
It's your heartbeat and the beat of the music, where does that come from?
Right, 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 right.
So there's got to be some reason or some factor why music or sound waves, whatever it is, why it affects people.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Because, you do it, I do it. Nate, my buddy Nate, who called, and hang on, it's that feeling like you're trying to say there, it can't be an accident, right? It can't
Right.
be, oh, somebody discovered that, hey, if I play these strings and sing, you're entertained.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because it's more than that. Sure, it's entertainment, but you could sit down and watch a movie and entertainment and you can go, okay, I can imagine how they feel and I kind of get it. But the way music is presented, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, music is the most immersive form of entertainment there is, if you're listening to it right. You know,
Right.
like,
It's
yeah,
like we keep
there's
saying, it's something. It's
yeah,
life in itself. It's the magic of the whole thing. It's there's and I'm going to look it up now. Not
okay.
now. I'll end up looking it up because now I kind of want to know the origins of music because I'm pretty sure it's
Sure.
around the campfire, your tribes or whatever,
Right.
drums and telling stories.
Well, according to the wrestling album, Captain Lou Albano invented music.
Oh, well, I mean, I heard it on TV, so it's got to be
Yeah,
true.
man. I don't know if you ever heard that song on there, "The
Oh, are you
History of
kidding?
Music" by Captain Lou Albano.
Was it on the Pile Driver album?
No, it was on the first one, just the wrestling album.
I don't
Pretty
know.
funny. Yeah, pretty
There's
funny.
not very many wrestling epic bands. You know what I mean?
People try, man, but it just
There are a
never.
couple wrestling themed bands that I know of, like
Right.
Suplex. Uh,
Yeah.
it's the only one I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, the Foleys, right?
Oh, I'm unaware of the.
Oh, okay.
Is it a
Um,
gimmick though?
yeah, yeah. Like they're a punk rock band. Um, I know for sure their singer wears like a mankind mask. Um,
You know what? I do know this band. They
they're
came
friends
around.
with they're friends with somebody from Emerge.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just an underrepresented. I don't know why I even like went off of that tangent. Now I'm thinking about that kind of groove, but how would you?
We should freaking do Adrian Street's album sometime.
Oh my God.
I have it. I mean, we should. I have the reissue.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I mean, it's like
was he a
it's
serious musician?
oh
And
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And he
because
had a serious band. I mean, but the music is all it's in gimmick. But apparently, Adrian's gimmick was his real life.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was a cross dresser, but he was a legitimate tough guy.
yep,
You know, and he wasn't gay though. He just liked to mess with dudes. Like he liked to because he liked to dress like a woman. He liked to kind of play around with dudes and make them think maybe he was a little fruity, but he really wasn't.
right.
So yeah, but yeah, it's a cool album, man. Honestly.
I wouldn't. I mean, that's the point of this whole thing is to listen to something new, which is
Yeah.
what I kept trying to get at. So good story wise, my buddy Nate, who commented on I think it's your
Yeah,
most
he
excellent.
commented on the Spotify on our
Yes,
Spotify. He commented on the Mark Knight episode.
that's my buddy Nate. Like,
Okay.
that's my brother. That's my
Yeah.
dude. We've been friends for a long time. I've got so many music stories, adventures with him. I'm pretty sure I at least told you that I followed Boba Flex to New York.
Right. Right. Right.
That was with Nate.
Nice. Nice.
Um, we've been to the club that Dimebag was shot in,
Oh man. Yeah.
and car got towed while we were in there. I didn't know. I don't think I told this story. It should have. It would have fit in better the last show as we were talking about that emotional connection. But this is
Yeah.
still music related. We it was me, Nate, who did the commenting, our friend Scott Dougal, who has unfortunately passed away. We're going up to probably see Boba Flex.
Okay.
I don't even remember the show now because we go into the show, we come out, the van is what Nate drove at the time, I think. Anyway, towed.
Damn.
We don't have we don't have hardly any money between us.
Man.
Should have been a nightmare scenario, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
but it kind of wasn't. Cabby gave us a ride somewhere to a hotel. We scrounged up enough money to get a room, to get
Okay.
bare minimum snacks from a gas station, and we just goofed off.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because at that point, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
No, you know, dude. Speaking of people who've passed away, and this is not. It just reminded me of this. Todd Snyder died today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I like Todd Snyder a lot. So
I, I was aware of
rough.
who he was.
Okay.
Not a huge fan, but I didn't think it was garbage or nothing. It just
Yeah.
never struck a chord with me.
Right on. I mean, he he was a deceptively deep. Like if all you knew by him was beer run and all right guy, then you didn't really know the full picture. Because he wrote some really crazy like alt country like murder ballads and stuff that like were dark. So
No, I wouldn't have guessed. I bet
yeah,
I heard
right,
Beer Run on like Bob and Tom, and I'm
yeah,
not a big fan of comedy in my music, so I was
right,
just like, all right,
and
well, I've heard
yeah,
it now and I can
yeah,
quote it, yay, like everybody
yeah,
else. And
yeah,
I probably just, well, I know what he is now, which isn't
yeah,
fair, but
right, right. And then it didn't help that when he actually did have like a radio mainstream hit, it was All Right Guy, which is a song about a dude who's a big fuck up, but he thinks he's an all right guy.
right.
So that was kind of a comedy song too, even though it didn't help. But yeah, man, he wrote some really deep stuff, and I think he struggled with mental health and stuff, and you can hear it in the songs. Um, so
That's
yeah,
that thin line that you always
comedy
hear.
and tragedy, man. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's like you have to have them. Just the pendulum swinging back and forth. It
yeah,
seems like for some reason that middle spot is where the musicians or the artists really kind of come from. They're right on that edge of, and as someone who creates and writes, I get it now that I'm older. It's almost like if I don't get this, whatever it happens to be, out, I
yeah.
will go crazy.
Right, right, sure, sure. It's they always say that the people who make people laugh are crying inside. Like that's a pretty common thing. Like comedians are insecure and depressed and you know,
Yeah, fucked up. Yeah. You
yeah,
know what?
that's
They all
kind of
talk about it.
yeah. And Todd Snyder wasn't really a comedian. That's the thing. He had a couple funny songs, but he was pretty serious
Well,
musician.
we were talking about the mental, like, goes to the same theory we've talked about before. It's the release of it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got to have a place to go, man, or else it's gonna go.
right? And that's really helpful, or I think it's really helpful about darker music.
Yeah.
Because even if you're listening to Slayer, that's real dark imaging, maybe it's like playing a violent video game. You're like,
Hmm.
I got it out, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think I'm not very selective about what Casey watches.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like if it doesn't freak him out, then he can watch it,
We watched
regardless of what it
everything,
is.
listened to
And
everything growing up.
yeah, and that if he needs to talk to me about it, we can talk about it. That's what I always tell him. And he actually, does a good job of like, well, this is too much for me. This is,
Is he getting a
so,
music taste yet? Like finding his own little.
man. So, dude, when he was younger,
Hmm.
his first favorite band was Kiss. And then he started getting into like the Beatles and Queen and Elton John, um, and some other stuff like that. He did not like metal. He just didn't like metal.
Hmm.
But then he found drill rap.
Drill rap.
Yeah.
I know what
And
you're talking about.
he listens to a lot of drill rap. but he always tells me drill rap is not his favorite. It's just what's always on. He's like, I don't. It's not my favorite. I still like rock music. Drill rap is just what's always on.
It's just what he's into right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's he watches a lot of YouTube, and all the kids put drill rap in their videos. So, so yeah, he's just like, um,
Is
it's
it
not my
because
favorite.
it's um not harsh? That's not fair.
Yeah,
But is it because it's shocking?
I don't know. I mean, I think some of it is because you can do quick cuts to it because of the way that they rap. You know, it's
Right.
aggressive, and they put punctuation on the end of their sentences, so you can, do quick cuts. And a lot of YouTube now is quick
Yeah.
cuts.
I
It's
hate all
short
of that.
form. Yeah. I mean, brother, he does it though, and he's doing pretty well. So I want him to
I
make
think it's just get
some
off my
edits for,
lawn.
yeah.
It's just I'm old. For me, I'm old. I
Yeah,
don't get
fair. Yeah.
TikTok
Yeah, yeah, dude, I get it.
culture and all that, but I
Yeah.
do kind of get it from
I
having.
feel like if I just did nothing but watch like minute or less videos all day, I would have a freaking seizure. I just don't feel like, yeah,
I wonder. I mean, who cares if we stick with the magic of music? That we're
yeah,
not the only person that would know that.
yeah,
So, is it pointed to do that? Is somebody doing it on purpose? If you know that everybody latches on to music and does whatever with it, and
right.
you want to keep people agitated, isn't that how you would do it? Agitating music, stop cuts, no time to think, no time to just react, do, react, do.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, but like, that's not what Casey gets out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, look at all these cool transitions, look at all the neat stuff. Watch how his jersey changes while he's dunking, and like watch how Sonic goes from here to here really fast. Like, so he's really into like the editing and the changing of it and like how the rhythm matches what the pictures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, and I don't know i- if he's abnormal. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what other people get out of it. Um,
Everybody's subjective. Everybody gets a different, like us
yeah,
trying to describe, you guys get goosebumps, or at least you
yeah,
do when you
yeah.
hear the new song, where I get
Yep.
more of like almost like a shocked whole body, like, oh,
That's
I
wild.
love this. Almost
That's
not
wild.
like an orgasm, but
Yeah,
something like that with my body where it's just like, oh, this is the thing of life.
that would be a
It's,
good name for a band. Something like an orgasm
I
or an
mean,
album, maybe. But either way,
what
dude, I really hope that at some point, before the end of the year, I can get an album done and we can listen to it on here. That'd be freaking wild.
Oh, that'd be so wild.
Yeah, we can review my album. I'm trying, man.
Might as well, like, Jen Christie told you, do it.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah. Well, yeah, Jen was talking about the music festival.
You
That's
could,
something I really want to do, man. In the next like 2 or 3 years, I really want to put together a music festival. I just need,
money,
yeah, yeah,
permission.
backing and people. I'm not trying to do something that big all by myself, you know?
Right. Yeah, you
So,
couldn't because you're gonna need gate. It wouldn't be that hard though.
yeah.
I don't know,
People are always like, well, you promoted wrestling, you can promote. I'm like, nah, it's not the same, man.
but it is.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
I think you could do it. Maybe it's one of those things where you were only like, no, I probably can't pull this off because it's so important to you that you've put
Right.
it way up here on this pedestal.
It just feels huge. That's the thing. It feels so huge. But
From the outside looking in, I'm like, the logistics of it aren't bad.
right, right,
You got to
right,
know the right people, and that's the
right.
real problem.
And I know someone who promoted a show in the amphitheater in town. So it's not like I don't have a resource. I just have to get off my ass and figure it out, man. That's the
Right.
yeah.
I don't know any songs for that.
Do It by Rollins.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Or no, Do It's by Sacred Reich. I was thinking of
Oh, wow.
Shine by Rollins. Either way, they both apply.
Sacred Right.
Sacred
I hadn't
Reich,
thought about
man.
those guys. They fit in, really. They were a prog band, weren't they?
Sure. I mean, they were kind of like a thrash metal band, but they definitely had prog elements. Um,
Yeah,
they they were big on, we do a lot of different stuff. Like we're not just a metal band and you shouldn't just listen to metal, even though
right.
they definitely were a metal band. So
That started getting into bands like Savatage that were
sure.
actually the
Yeah, I love Sabotage.
Trans-Siberian.
Yeah. I think Edge of Thorns, which is with their second singers after their first singer died in the or the airplane crash. But
Oh, I don't know that much about the band.
okay, yeah, I'm kind of a fan. Uh but I think Edge of Thorns is the best metal song ever written. I love that freaking song, dude. Absolutely love it. With Zachary Stevens. And nothing against whichever one of the Oliveira brothers it was that died in the crash.
Yeah.
Zachary Stevens' voice is so much better than his. It just is. Stronger, like more powerful.
I just I couldn't get into them. There
Really?
was something, yeah, there was something. Maybe it's the feel I wasn't into. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
I
mean, they were creepy and pretentious and they played prog metal. So, it's a lot. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean that's the thing about the Edge of Thorns album. It's a lot more straightforward metal um, than Hall of the Mountain King or Gutter Ballet. But I love Hall of the Mountain King and Gutter Ballet. So
maybe it comes down to what you're doing at the time or
yeah,
your mental state at the time.
yeah,
Because I could have, if we were just chilling and you're like, throw on this album, I'd have been like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
this isn't bad. But because we set it for ourselves or however you want to word that, that no, I'm gonna listen to this fully.
Right, right.
We're getting better experiences out of it. Where growing up, I would only maybe get that when there was that feeling that, oh, this is special.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, like Rusty Ship, I would have turned that off because of the guy's voice.
Hmm.
But since I was reviewing it for the podcast, I sat and listened to the whole thing. And not only did I find out that he has other tones
Hmm.
and different things in his voice that I really did like, but I really like the band, So,
That's what I worry that this TikTok culture thing with the attention spans of people,
yeah, yeah,
that's how it would kill music. And
dude,
that would, but maybe, or maybe not. If
yeah,
you're into that kind of editing and that quick chopping, maybe
right,
it's like that's not what you like to groove to. That's not
yeah,
your release. That's not your, I don't know. I think it's just me not getting it.
yeah. And I mean, there has been some songs like that have actually blown up because of TikTok. Like
Yeah.
there have been TikTok hits. It's the weirdest thing. Casey used to watch this guy called Roomy Official,
Uh-huh.
and he would do like a lot of music comparison videos and stuff like that. And he would do TikTok versus YouTube, and it was like songs that blew up because of YouTube and songs that blew up because of TikTok, and he would compare them side by side. And it's just wild, man.
It's like they're artificially chasing whatever the dopamine rush or this feeling of hanging out with your friend
Yeah,
and talking
yeah,
about the music.
yeah,
And it's got to be so fast where when you're just hanging out with with a friend on one subject, everything is kind of like, oh, everything fits together. And but if you're not talking to somebody and having this kind of connection, it's just, all right, I got that dopamine hit. I need that next one.
Right, 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 right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
But I don't
mean,
get EDM and all that stuff either.
see, I like some of it. It just depends. I don't know. I used to be so anti anything like that, but like my music palette has expanded so much the older that I've gotten,
Yeah,
uh, to where like electronic music is, you know, is fine with me. But it's a very select few, you know.
right.
But
But people, I wonder if that's a drugs thing.
yeah, dude, it definitely has something to do with the drugs and going to a rave. Like if you're sitting in your house and you're listening to trance on a regular basis, there might be something wrong with you.
That'd be that if you're sitting down with a date and she names any type of music that's a red flag, if their
Yeah,
favorite type of music is like trance or
trance.
EDM.
How much freaking acid have you taken? Ecstasy and yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I worked with a guy whose favorite kind of music was dubstep.
what?
Yeah, and it was when I worked at NSK, right? So
Uh-huh.
we're in there building ball bearings, and he's playing this freaking. I'm just like, what in the hell is this? Like, this is insane, man. He's like, you like Skrillex?
I was like, not
I'm like,
really.
man.
I don't know what that is. It's like
Yeah, it
obviously
was.
it's doing the thing with music and people are connecting to it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
how it's so like jarring and
yeah, dude. And you're supposed to dance to it? Like, like I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's really strange. And there's probably some dubstep song somewhere that I would be like, oh, right on. But
yeah,
dude, what
I'm
the
with you
hell?
there. I don't it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it's weird music, man.
It's anti-vibe to me. It's
Yeah.
there's no groove to it. Like
Yeah. There's definitely no groove to that, man. It's the opposite of Sergeant Thunderhoof.
right. The
There's no groove.
maybe that's the point. They as younger kids are getting more instances of like ADHD and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe because I kind of get it at that level. Because when you, at least for me, I don't want to generalize for anybody else with
Yeah.
ADHD, it's like sometimes the music needed to be more frantic and more Nine Inch Nails, less
Right.
Sergeant Thunderhoof, because
Yeah.
that's where my headspace was at.
And I mean, I like mindless self-indulgence, you know? I like mindless self-indulgence.
Yeah, but my taste in music sucks, so I don't think anybody should take my advice.
Right on, man. So, and
Yeah,
not that my self-indulgence is EDM, but they're definitely,
yeah,
if you play that,
strange.
yes, there are people who would find their music very hard to listen to.
And I couldn't put any, like I was saying with Sergeant Thunderhoof, I could
Yeah.
put a book to it, a book series. There's a really good book series that's this kind of medieval, the same genre I say I don't like to read,
Yeah.
called I think it's called The Wizard's First Rule, but it had a
Oh, the Sword of
TV
Truth
show.
books.
What?
The Sword of
Yes.
Truth books.
Yes,
I
Sword of Truth. The first book is
love those books.
I am on this made me want to I have one on Audible.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this really, it's like, man, I really need to pick that book back up. And I don't know what that is because it was very specific.
Mhm.
It was the whole vibe of the album. That's where I keep leaning on. That's got to be the magic of it because
Yeah.
it made me want to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if it's just, oh, I love that kind of feel. I want to pick up this book to continue that feel, maybe, or that vibe.
Sure. Sure. Did
But
you know they made a TV series based on
it
the
was awful.
books?
Yeah.
It wasn't great. Yeah. It wasn't great.
That's
Legend of
funny
the
that I guess they're pretty well-known books.
Yeah, but I was into them like when they first started coming out. So what happened was I was dating this chick, and her mom gave me a book for Christmas,
Okay.
and it was Legend to this. It was the Wizard's First Rule, and I read it, and I was like, "Well, holy crap!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I need to go to Barnes and Noble and buy more of these books." And so, yeah, I don't know how it was like 2001, so I'm not sure exactly when the books came out, but yeah,
Uh,
I read them back in 2001.
I read them a long time ago.
Yeah,
My buddy Ted had the first three, maybe,
right,
and
right, right.
we're both readers. He's like, "Shut up, read it." And I don't know, for most reasons, I was like, "No, I'm not reading this crap." And then I was like, "All right, man, I'll give it a read." And it,
Wizards.
yeah, wizards, but it's so good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's
I don't know exactly where. Oh, I was just saying this kind of music I can do that with. But when you get to groups like Mindless Self-Indulgence or any EDM, I
yeah,
can't do nothing with it creatively. Like nothing in my imagination, nothing. It's just twitch.
right, right, right. So it was originally published in '94, but it was like re-released in 2001. So there you go.
So
So
probably maybe it was 2001.
yeah, so I got the re-release in 2001.
I recommend people check out this album by
Yeah,
Sergeant Thunderhoof and check out the Wizard's First Rule Book. It's Terry Goodkind.
it is. Yeah,
They kind of go hand in hand now that I think about it.
yeah. There's a lot of interesting swerves
Yep.
in those books, man. There's stuff that you would not expect to happen that happens.
It's same with that album.
Yeah,
And maybe
definitely.
that's the feel behind it, right?
Yeah.
Sure, he's singing about wizards and no, he wasn't. Or he might have been. I don't know.
Knights at the very least. You know,
Right. His voice, man, was so like
his voice is good. Yeah.
I got lost in how he was saying things. Like it didn't matter what the context or the meaning of any of the words. It was
Yeah. Do you know what the one thing too that I noticed while I was listening to it? He doesn't sing with a British accent. Like his voice is very clear and there's no accent on it at all. I thought that was really interesting.
you're right.
So, yeah. I noticed it when he was doing like a little bit of in between song banter. I was like, oh, that accent is not there at all when he's singing.
You remember the in-between song banter?
I just remember hearing him talk, you know,
Okay.
and being like, yeah, because he didn't say much. He was like, all right, let's go. Yeah.
Right. And it's neat. Oh, well, no, we found out that they don't. This wasn't a concept or a live album.
No, no, it was yeah, just 6 songs from different albums.
It's how is it so cohesive? So
I don't know, man. I guess that's what happens when your band has a vision. You know what I mean? And
that's a
they,
good way to put it.
yeah,
And the skills to execute
yeah,
the vision.
definitely,
There was nothing
definitely.
sloppy, raw, nothing,
Yeah, no, they knew what they were doing.
no mistakes.
I'm
Like,
gonna have to get some of their other stuff, man. I mean, it's all on Spotify. I can listen to it. And Spotify lossless, not to put Spotify over because man, but Spotify lossless really does improve the sound.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if you have that option on your Spotify, I don't know if only premium users have it or not, but
I'm
if you
premium, so
yeah, if you use Spotify lossless, it does make the song sound a lot better. Um, but still,
I have nerd headphones, so of course I
yeah, there you
want
go. Yeah,
it to sound better.
yeah,
I was, oh, and that brings me full circle again. Nate was talking about the album, one of the albums that is really big to him.
yeah.
I've never heard it. It's
Okay,
on Spotify.
okay.
So we talked about doing Blacktop Mojo, who I really, really, really love, but
Yeah.
maybe
You
they
want to do
might
Nate's album?
what?
Do you want to do Nate's album?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you remember
because
what it's called?
yeah, it's 7 Degrees from Center.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Nate's
Never
got
heard of
pretty
him.
good music taste. He likes a lot of the same stuff we do.
Okay, cool.
I think maybe Blacktop Mojo is at that next level.
They're pretty famous. Yeah. I think enough people. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think they're right on the border of what
Yeah,
we can and can't do, you know?
right. So I was like, yeah, you know what? We don't need to do that one. These
Yeah.
guys are from around here,
Okay, cool.
and that's all I know going into it.
Sweet. All right.
So
I'll
I
check it
figured I'd
out.
pitch it to you, and then I'll tell Nate. He's listening to all of them. He's
Hell
not
yeah.
doing the albums first.
No? Weird.
Yeah, there's a couple. He's already through the Mark Knight episode,
Okay, yeah.
and he told me that, and I was like, wait a minute, you're not even listening to the albums? He's like, oh well, I go back, and it's like,
Maybe he
dude,
wants to see if we make it sound like he should listen to him or not. You
maybe,
know? Maybe he's like, this isn't my style or whatever.
yeah, but it's the reaction to it, especially from somebody like that who, I love that dude. That's one of my
Yeah,
peoples. That
definitely.
he's enjoying it.
Dude, I can't believe people like this. I'm still blown away by it, man. Like, I
Yeah,
appreciate it, you know?
and
I
hearing Jen
appreciate it.
Christie like
Dude, yeah, that was awesome.
put us over just as much as we, and she seemed like just a sweetheart
Yeah,
of a
she's
lady.
great to talk to. I had Brain Dead by Sunday on.
Oh, how'd that
It'll be
go?
coming out on Tuesday. They were
Okay.
really cool. Really, really cool.
We didn't say anything that offended him, did we?
No, no, but they kept bringing up the podcast. And the thing is, like, we did the podcast so long ago, I barely remember what we said. So I was trying to, like, go back to it. But,
No, I think, I mean, we're always very fair.
oh, yeah, I
Like,
love that album. So, yeah, I mean,
I think a lot of it was we really liked the dynamic,
yep,
and we kind of wondered how that worked out.
yep,
And
yep. And I talked about all that stuff with him about the songwriting and uh, Lexi had never been in a rock band before.
might as well put
And
the podcast over and the group
yeah,
over again.
yeah,
Um,
man.
I don't know what episode number, but obviously we talked about Brain Dead by Sunday.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
And on Keith's other podcast, which he's going to tell you the name now.
Most Excellent Entertainment. Yeah. I I talked to Brain Dead by Sunday. The album or the uh the episode will be out this Tuesday, which I think will be last Tuesday by the time this comes out. Because
It's an
that'll come
interesting
out on Tuesday and this will come out on Friday. So it'll be go
it's
back a
an
couple days.
interesting dynamic or whatever, how you're getting the opportunity for the other podcast to kind of connect to this
Yeah.
without intentionally doing it.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, next week I've got somebody coming on named Jeff Tripoli. He's a drum player. He's a drummer from Syracuse.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's not going to be connected to this podcast. And the week after that, I've got a wrestler named Matt Valentino, who's also a singer. Um, so I don't always do stuff connected, but yeah, it was cool that I got to talk to Mark Knight, and then we reviewed his album, and then we reviewed Jen Christie's album, and I got to talk to her, and then we reviewed Branded by Sunday, and I got to talk to them. That was all really cool, man. If Sergeant Thunderhoof wants to come on Most Excellent Entertainment, holla holla. So I
Yeah,
would
no
love to
doubt.
talk to them, dude.
Yeah, I'd have so many questions.
Yeah, yeah,
First of all, why do they look like everybody I hang out with, period? We all got gray beards, and they've got just shirts on and jeans and
yeah, yeah. Why aren't you dressed like knights?
knights and wizards.
Why aren't you dressed like wizards?
How did you make me like a genre that I don't like?
Right, right. Dude, I'm glad you ended up liking it, man. That's cool. Because I love this record, obviously, or else I wouldn't have brought it. Um,
It's so good. Like,
yeah,
again, the level of skill,
yep,
and it's so precise, and it's all live.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I almost guarantee they are super nerds.
I mean, I feel like they would have to be, you know, at the very least, like they love history.
Yeah,
or something. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
just the level, like I said, there was nothing raw, sloppy, out of place, nothing.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely everything was down to the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know that's kind of hard for listeners to understand. That's why you should listen to the album first,
Yeah,
because even if you don't like that genre, realize they're playing live
yeah, yep,
and they're not playing easy or quick or whatever verse, chorus, verse songs that you can kind of
right,
like maybe work your way through. They're playing
right.
these big, long, extended, epic
Yeah,
songs.
and they're playing live, and they just got a new member. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
playing for the first time as a five piece. One of their first times as a five piece, and it sounds that good. You know, so
it's the level of these musicians out here, man.
yeah,
There's so many guys that are I, it's just the thing of music because there's a spot for guys that are like, I don't know, man. I know like freaking four chords and I
right,
got the
sure,
attitude
sure,
belongs. And then you got the somebody like Janis Joplin, who you would never put, I think you would never put her on the greatest vocalists of all time
fair,
lists,
fair,
but
yeah,
she's over here
emotionally, yeah,
because she's Janis Joplin.
right, right, right,
And she belongs. And then you have bands like this that are a whole different genre, and then they belong. And like you talked about, drill rap,
yep,
it belongs.
yeah, yeah,
That's the good thing
it's
about music. It's the universal. It has to be the universal language.
absolutely, man. I'm so glad that I don't have that headspace that I used to have. We're like, if it's not metal, it's not
Oh,
worth it. Like,
ugh.
so glad I don't feel like that anymore, man.
I think that's just an age
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
You're
the thing is,
young and
I know people who are still like that, dude. You know?
our age
Yeah.
that aren't miserable.
No. No, I'm just kidding. They might be miserable. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely know people who like everything is crap, but whatever. I know people who are like, well, I mean, John,
Hmm.
um, he hates country music, all country music.
I used
And
to.
then, and then I said, right, I used to too. Well, I said I did. I really didn't. Um, but then I was like, so you hate Johnny Cash? And he
Hmm.
said, Johnny Cash doesn't count. And I was like, dude, Johnny Cash is country, super country. Like,
Well, that's that thing we talked about trying to make sure we don't do
yeah,
that closed-minded hot take. It's real easy for me to go, ugh, I hated Nirvana, or ugh, I think Jim Morrison was a hack.
right, right.
That's although it may be true that I think those things,
Yeah,
it's also really not true.
right,
And you got to
right.
slow down long enough to go, no, wait a minute. The reason I don't like is,
Yeah.
hmm,
And I mean, I I really like Nirvana, honestly. Like
I
Kurt
just use
Cobain.
them because I don't.
Oh no, I know. I was just Kurt Cobain died on my birthday,
Oh
which
God.
is wild. Yeah. So I remember the day. Like I remember everything that we did that day. I remember the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I love Jim Morrison. I think Jim Morrison was kind of an idiot. Um, but I love his voice. It's man, his voice was so rich. So
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
yeah.
And it's easier to just be like, yeah, there's something off that it just didn't connect. Maybe
Right.
I mean, personally, I thought he was just rambling, dumb acid visions because I had done
Yeah.
acid and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Some of it might be that contradictory thing too, because
Right.
they're the Doors, and I was young and
Yeah.
whatever, full of piss and vinegar. So I was like, well, I don't want to like the Doors because
It's hilarious.
other people do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you really sit and think about it, those guys musically, they were just great. I just didn't like Jim Morrison for some weird
Right.
reason
Right.
and his
Well,
subject for his poetry.
yeah, I mean, he had a shtick, you know? And dude, this is the thing too. I got a book of Jim Morrison poetry, and it was also he was working on a screenplay before he died. So his
Mm,
screenplay was in there. All of it was about his dick, you know? Not that all of his songs were about his dick, but all of his poems
mm.
were about his dick, dude. So,
Because anything good that's ever happened in the world, any music invented, any technology invented,
yeah,
any bad decisions is always to impress a girl
fair. Yeah, man. Yeah,
or to get the attention of someone. That's a fair
yeah,
way to say it.
yeah.
It's so funny. Like, and Morrison died young,
He
so
did 27. Yeah.
right, he was at that age where, of course, all he would think about is his dick. He was
Right. Right, right, right.
unfairly handsome,
Yeah, dude, what is that about? Yeah,
unfairly handsome.
yeah,
It's just like, come on, you get
yeah.
all that talent, you better have a small
Right,
because me.
right.
I wonder how
Yeah.
much now I kind of wonder how much of my distaste for the Doors is just contradict. No, because I really don't like some of the choices uh
Mhm.
he would choose melodically,
Okay.
especially like
Okay.
the end.
Mm.
A lot of people are like, oh, that song is, and it sounds like something I would like because
I
it's
mean,
an
I dig it.
epic kind of story,
Yeah.
but there's this pretentious thing.
Mm.
And I don't know, created a weird little mental block, but they
Yeah.
jam.
Sure. Sure.
So
I mean,
to even hold the weird side of Jim
right.
Morrison, the trippy, to even hold that against him really isn't fair because Break On Through, that's a
Yeah, it's a
jam.
fire song. An LA Woman. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
looking for just heavy, you know, rock songs, like freaking LA Woman, Break On
LA
Through.
Woman rolls. It's just like that bass, they just get on it and it's just
Yeah. Dude,
rolling.
the wild thing about that is the bass was the organ. They didn't have a bass player. Raymond Zarek played all the bass in that band on his organ.
Really?
Yeah, that's all organ, dude.
But that's got such a like
He was a
iconic like Barracuda has that kind of iconic
yeah, he was a
sound opening.
talented dude, man.
Oh yeah.
Ray Manzarek was talented. Yeah.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
I mean, you got to look at it like this. Like Jim Morrison was kind of a dick. Like their drummer, was it Nick Dinsmore? No, that's he's a wrestler. Um, I don't remember the drummer's name, but he was a
Right.
hippie, and Jim Morrison thought that it was stupid that he was a hippie, so he used to throw flowers at him while he was playing the drums, and they would land on the drum kit, and he would have to beat the flowers, to keep playing.
Oh,
And Jim Morrison thought it was hilarious.
that doesn't sound very
It's not
hilarious.
nice, dude. So he was kind of but I don't know.
He
He was
was
in his 20s. He was
young.
on a lot of drugs, and he was having sex with anyone who he wanted to.
I mean, he was living
Yeah,
the rock star lifestyle, but he's also one of those guys that has become like an archetype.
yeah,
They
yeah,
pop
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Cobain could be considered the same type of like
yeah.
almost
Cobain
like
is the
this.
poster boy for alienation.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That was definitely Cobain's thing.
Yeah.
and their sound was very,
It was interesting.
yeah, no,
There's
it's,
melodies there, and like,
but it is very alone,
yeah,
very
yeah,
empty, not empty feeling as in there's nothing there, almost like you're alone.
yeah,
Whereas that changes when you said that, it kind of changes my whole perspective on maybe the skill or however you want to attribute that to Cobain, because I think he was a
right,
hack, right? I don't
sure,
vocally, I not a big fan,
right,
but if you think about it from that perspective, right? Of course, I didn't like it because I felt that way
mhm,
myself, right? Oh, I didn't fit in well.
yeah,
So once I look at it through that lens, it almost makes sense that I wouldn't give it any type of any listen. I would just be visceral against it because I don't want to see that changes the whole structure of Nirvana for me. If I think about how he acted, right? He
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
on drugs, so he'd be
right.
out and
On
confused.
heroin,
Yeah.
heroin, the
Living
worst.
with
Yeah,
Courtney Love must have been a nightmare.
right, right. Yeah, man.
So maybe it's that he captured whatever chaos was going on in his life, it
Yeah,
captured in his music. And once you point out the how'd you word it? Like King of Isolation or
poster boy for yeah, alienation, poster boy for
Alienation.
alienation. Yeah,
That's perfect.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
I'm
perfect.
going back to the Doors a little bit. I feel like because of some of the stuff that we've talked about, Jim Morrison was kind of made for you to hate. The swagger, the freaking
Yeah, yeah,
bigger than life rock star. Like you obviously were not going to like that guy. It's
yeah,
just yeah, yeah. Just just
yeah.
based on some of the stuff that we've talked
But
about
I
as far
liked
as
Robert Plant.
yeah, okay, because he definitely had that. He definitely
Hmm.
had that. Huh.
I really can't think of, I've always just not got into the Doors that deeply. I like a
Yeah.
few of the songs, LA
Yeah.
Woman and Break On Through.
Right.
They don't come up on playlists.
Right. Right. Right.
And I wonder, I can't think of an origin for it. It's not like uh I haven't listened to them before. I think I had a live album that was really good. I liked
Sure.
Double Live. I don't associate it with a bad situation. I just meh. Maybe it's like you're saying, it's just what everything in my personality would not like.
Right. 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 Do you like 5 to 1? It's a great song.
By the Doors,
Yeah.
I can't even think of it off the top of my head.
It's 5 to 1, baby.
Oh yeah, I
One
actually do like that
time.
song.
It's a great song, man.
He
Yeah.
had a blues thing in his voice
Sure.
somewhere.
Yep.
It's just he was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way to, I think, the only way to explain Jim Morrison is it was Jim Morrison. It's not
Yeah.
like uh when whatever when Ozzy left out. No, that's a bad example. It's
Okay.
not Van Halen where you could fit another guy in there. It's like the
Right.
Doors was so
Yeah. Yeah.
wrapped up in his charisma, which was all to me, it was all downward spiral charisma.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, but musically, they're phenomenal.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And you
So
got to
he
think
probably
about
would
this
have,
too. Like, when were the Doors making music? 60s.
yeah,
So rock and roll started in the 50s. So they didn't have like a ton of stuff to work with
right.
as far as influences and stuff. So they were, most of those bands were pretty original. If they were borrowing from anything, they were borrowing from like jazz and the blues and like swing music and stuff.
Yeah.
and turning it into rock music, which is pretty freaking creative. So
Yeah.
that's why,
Well,
you hear a band like Black Sabbath and it's just like, what the hell? Where did this even come from? You know?
yeah. And the Doors are like that.
Yeah.
They're their own entity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
Definitely.
not in a genre that's, I don't know, I can't think of anything. They're not like thrash genre. They're not,
Sure.
they're the Doors.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
And
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they didn't, I mean, like rock star? What
Yeah.
even was that?
Right. Right. What was a rock star back then,
Like you
man?
had Elvis by then, right?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
But how can you even hold it against somebody like Jim Morrison?
Right. Right.
You're
That's,
suddenly God.
yeah. And that's the weird thing. Like, if you think about it, there was Elvis, there was Jim Morrison, there was Robert Plant,
Hmm.
Mick Jagger,
Hmm.
the Beatles to an extent, but the Beatles didn't project themselves like rock stars. They were kind of like just four lads from Liverpool.
Yeah,
So
but they
it's
didn't
like,
have, they may have had like some rock elements,
right, right.
but they were I mean, they were inventing pop music.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But it's just like,
So,
in a lot of ways, I mean, Elvis and then Jim Morrison kind of invented the idea of what a rock star was. Like as far as the sexy, freaking swaggering, pretty, you
yeah,
know,
that whole front man
yeah,
mythos or
that
whatever.
energy of, yeah, that whole frontman energy that guys like David Lee Roth and Mick Jagger and who else?
Maybe it didn't happen. It had to uniquely happen in America just because comparatively to some of the other places that produce a lot of music, the UK,
Yeah.
our freedoms are a little different.
Hmm.
It's a little more wild, right? In
Right.
America, it
Sure.
seems like we're just more wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Definitely.
a lot of those, that's why it had to be somebody like Janis Joplin. Because how do you
Mm.
create something original? Most of the time, you don't. You're creating you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not going out there and be like, I can sing like, I don't, Etta James and those kind of things would have been
Oh,
popular. Where Janis was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna feel it. I'm just gonna be me. Jim Morrison is like that. He is very
yeah.
much Jim Morrison.
Etta James does
Elvis.
not get enough recognition for her voice, though, man. Holy shit.
Oh, right.
My God. More people should know how well that woman could sing, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Well, she's almost jazzy though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But
that's one of
still.
those genres that no one, I don't know.
Right. Right. But I mean, that's why it hurts because, like, she was such a powerful singer, but because of the time period and the kind of music that she sang or whatever, like no one, it's not as recognized as like Mariah Carey. And
Right.
nothing wrong with Mariah Carey, but like, man, Etta James could blow, dude.
That's part of when people want to talk about culture and music, I
Yeah.
always, not anymore. I mean, I love hip hop, but I always think
Right.
some of these artists need to turn around and start lifting people up. You can still tell your stories, but that way
Right.
they don't end up like an Etta James who was so talented, but just kind of went, because she was
Yeah.
maybe a minority or the style of music wasn't popular.
Right.
If
Right.
if she would have just done, and maybe that's the role model part of the music. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if your music isn't catching on, you would still need, there's something there that I'm not quite grasping about why
Right.
you should be a role model. But doesn't that take away the thing I was just saying about Janice and about
Right. Right. Right.
then you're Bono?
Oh God, please no, don't be Bono.
Right. It's like
Please
you're
don't
not
be.
a role model, though you present. Well, maybe he is. I don't.
Bono is not my role model.
Is there anybody else in music that's like him? Like
A pretentious prick.
he is.
um, ugh.
He's always been
Dude, I'm
smug.
yeah, I'm not a U2 fan, dude. I just
Oh. But he's the example, right? When we
yeah.
talk about who's pretentious, he's the
He's the king, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
People
No,
say this is a protest song. This is not a protest song. Like, shut up, dude.
right? Uh,
Go
I
away.
guess maybe it's not too different than Sergeant Thunderfoot, where maybe that's how Bono sees himself.
Maybe.
That's his genre.
Dude, so my thing about Bono, the reason that I just don't like him is he either sounds bored or incredibly rehearsed.
Yes,
You know, there are very few moments. One is a
yes,
great vocal dude. I feel like he actually breaks in that song.
right.
With or Without You has awesome lyrics,
I
like
like that song,
really, really
but
good
that's on Rattle and
lyrics.
Hum.
Yeah, but for the most part, like Stuck in a Moment. How did millions of people like that song, dude?
I don't.
The guy is literally like, "You've got to get yourself together." That's how he's singing that song, dude.
Maybe that's that. To me, that's that Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga type movement that comes with it. It's
I
like,
don't like Lady Gaga either. I
mm,
do. I am okay with Taylor Swift, but
okay, maybe I should have used better examples. There's
no, no, you're
definitely
good, dude. I'm just like,
this thing in music. It's produced, it's mass
yeah,
produced,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
it's like a forced gimmick. It's like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not. I don't know, pick it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Be
yeah.
like, if
No,
you're a
and dude,
scrawny guy, you're not going to be a monster guy, or it's going to come
right,
across as fake.
right, right. Sure, sure, sure.
And that to
I'm,
me was how Bono seemed.
yeah, yeah. He's just not for me, man. You know, from the first time I heard that dude, I was like, oh, this is not my thing.
No, see, I liked the first time I heard them, I think, or the first time I remember hearing them was on the CD Rattle and Hum.
Sure, sure, sure.
So I was like, okay, I kind of like this. And I listened to some of the older stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of like this too.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then they changed.
yeah, they definitely got worse as time went on. That is 100% facts. Like they haven't put out a song that was even other than one. They haven't put out a
Yeah.
song that was even remotely passable
But
in
they'll still pack an arena.
decades. Yeah, because you know that's how it goes. I mean, I just and U2 is revered. You know, there are people who love that freaking band.
Yeah.
I'm just not one of them. You know, it's just not my thing, man. Dude, I
Right. They
can't
don't.
believe we're actually talking about something that I don't dig. I didn't know we were gonna ever do that. But yeah, U2 is not for me, man. It's not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I wonder what it is. Like, it was just the music changed. And to me,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't like this music. And then his character started to be everywhere.
Mhm.
And maybe since his character was annoying, I didn't find any of the music good because I'm sure they're talented,
It's
right?
yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But name a great guitar player. The Edge isn't going to be on the most
Yeah.
people's lists.
Yeah.
Same with bass players or singers or
Right.
I
Right.
don't since I don't get them, they all feel mediocre.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it. They for a while they were the biggest band in the world, you know, and can't take that away from them. But
Were they?
yeah, I think during like Rattling Hum and Joshua Tree, I think people really, really and then like Zootopia, or you not Zootopia, Europia or whatever that freaking album was that sucked with Lemon and all that crap on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, that tour was massive, massive, you know? And I remember them being promoted as the biggest band in the world. Whether they really were or not, I don't know. But that's what they used to call them. So
I wonder how much of that was forced prom There's this
Pepsi,
dark
dude,
side to
they
music
were
promotion that
they
I
were sponsored
learned.
by Pepsi. So there's that.
Of course, they're going to get the machine. Maybe that's part of it too. I started to see it's like you guys are leaning, it feels like you're leaning on the machine. You're just
Yeah,
making what the machine wants.
yeah, I agree, dude. I agree.
A lot of people, like, there is that weird thing in music where bands um get signed. I'll use Sugar Ray are a good example that I think for me.
Sure, sure, sure.
Their first album, Lemonade and Brownies, is
Yeah,
so
it's
fun. It's so
a
good.
good
It's so
album. Good album.
different. It's got so much cool stuff on it.
Yeah, it's
And
got Nicole
then,
Eggert naked on the cover when she was super hot.
yep.
Yeah,
And then they put out,
Lord,
and that had that Fly song on it, which I
one
did not
song,
like,
one song. Yeah,
but it blew up.
they turned that one song into a freaking career direction, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was done. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
yuck. I see what you did there. Yuck. Stay away from me.
I still like Sugar Ray. I have so much of their stuff, and I've seen them live twice.
No,
Um,
nice. How are they
yeah.
live?
The first time they were good. The second time they were not so good. Because the second time was just like last year.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, and it's done. It's over for them, dude. Honestly, I don't think anyone that was in the band is still in the band. I think it's Mark McGrath and whoever he can hire. So
Yeah,
there's that. And he's just not as good of a singer as he used to be. His voice just isn't as good as it used to be.
that's true.
But I saw him the first time I saw him was in 2003. So they were still, you know, I think they were about to put out Pursuit of Leisure.
Is that the one with the Halo song on it?
No, that's the
Mhm.
one with the cover of Is She Really Going Out with Him and Chasing Around. So they were about to fall off. Like that was their last stab at sort
Didn't
of
they do
stardom.
Sabracadabra though? And it was
They
really
did do a
good.
cover of Abracadabra. That might be on that album too, actually.
And it's Abracadabra. Sabracadabra is the thing on
Yeah, Abracadabra.
Metallica's Garage Inc.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
know.
cool. That was a cool cover.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think so they always had pretty decent hooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah,
just
yeah.
buried under other things. And I think Mark McGrath was like, you know what? Let's make some money. I'm a good looking guy. I'm a funny guy. I have charisma. Let's make
He's a
some money.
Kyle.
You know?
He's a Kyle. But I mean, he was the whatever. What was those magazines when we were younger that the pop stars would get in, like
Like Teen Beat and stuff.
Tiger Beat? Yeah, that's
Tiger
exactly what I
Beat.
was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's what he was for.
Yeah. Dude. So I saw them in 2003 at a casino and I got pulled up on stage and it was a good time, dude. Mark hugged me. Um,
Maybe it's another case of that I just didn't get it, or for some
dude,
reason,
if you don't like super sugary pop music that just happens to have guitars, you are not gonna dig them.
and I
Yeah,
don't. I
yeah,
don't like that kind of. To me, I use the word empty, but that's not what I
right,
mean.
right.
I don't. I think it's maybe because I never really. I mean, as I've gotten older and things have gotten better, I've obviously had that feeling of you're just cloud nine. Stuff's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe that's when you would listen to that type of music.
Right, right.
So growing up, I didn't have that feeling very much. So maybe that's why I was like, oh, I don't relate to this. I don't feel like this. So that's why
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
yeah.
Because vocally, there's some great. I mean, we talked about Chris Isaacs.
Sure.
This guy's name went right out of my head. Dang it. I could picture the guy. He only had like two real hits. He had a gravelly song. He's a curly redheaded guy. Edwin, Edwin,
Edwin McCain.
yes.
Okay.
I liked a couple of those songs.
It's a good song, dude. Strong. Vocals are strong on that song, man.
Yeah, that's probably to me, maybe it's all about because I'm obviously a feel and a vibe type of guy,
Yeah.
or have been most of my life. Maybe it was because I was never, definitely never in that Mark McGrath
Yeah.
headspace. Like
Yeah.
even some of the stuff on Lemonade and Brownies is just like,
Mhm.
yeah, frat,
Oh, definitely, dude. It's frat boy rock 120%.
right?
Yeah.
But not in a
All the
fake way.
way, dude. All the way. Like 10 seconds down,
Yeah.
you know?
And
Big
then
black
there's
woman. Are you serious?
yeah,
God.
but there's the song about Tyson
Oh,
that's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
And there's that weird like funk kind of hold your breath and close your eyes. You're right. That is catchy as shit.
Yeah, 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 for sure, dude. Yeah.
It's I bet it was absolutely because I've always loved music.
Right.
It was absolutely just ew,
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah.
That's every prep. That's what it is, right? It's
Yeah.
every preppy, handsome kid in high
Right.
school that either I felt alienated from, or I felt maybe bullied me, or maybe even got the girl that I would have wanted back then.
Yeah. I always felt like Mark McGrath was like what Henry Rollins would be if he was a giant pussy.
Like he'd be full blown 100% pussy. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like, because Mark McGrath was pretty jacked, had a bunch of tattoos.
well, he's gay though.
No, Mark McGrath is not gay, dude. He's married. He's
He's
got a bunch of kids.
he's at least bi, right?
I don't think so.
I thought he came out and all that.
I don't think so.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, not as far as I know. I saw him on Wife Swap. He didn't seem gay,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah, and maybe I don't know. He didn't seem gay when I briefly met him on stage, but you know, I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
was too. What's that other word that used to be thrown around about when you like dress good as a guy? Metro.
Oh, Metro. He was definitely Metro.
I think that's kind of gone away now.
Yeah,
Or
I was pretty Metro, dude.
I can't
Like,
picture it.
brother, I had I dyed my hair black and then I frosted the tips
Oh my
and
God.
spiked it, but I didn't spike it like normal spikes. I crunched it.
Oh my God.
So I had crunchy spikes.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I was all about it.
that's funny.
And I remember a manager of mine at Wendy's was like, "You've got the same haircut as my hairstylist." I was like, "Right on." And he goes, "My hairstylist is gay." I was like, "Well, I'm not, dude. I just have cool hair."
I mean, when I had long hair, I was obsessed with it,
Yeah.
combing it and whatever. But I didn't like it messed with. So girls I dated really didn't ever get to play with it because I
No, right
don't
on.
still like what do you mean you want to rub my hair? Stop it, weirdo.
Don't touch my head.
Ugh. Yeah,
Uh,
I think a lot of that stuff, like I was saying, is the mindset of the listener
yeah, sure.
because I didn't not a fan wasn't much of a fan of gangster rap just
Hmm.
because I was like, "Oh, I don't." From
You're
an
not a
outside
gangster.
perspective, you're like, "It's all robbing and hoes and
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
not really."
No, it's stories about what actually goes on, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be too sensitive, I guess.
Hmm.
Sounds like I was emo as shit before emo was a thing.
Right, right. Dude. So there's this country singer named JD Casper,
Okay.
and he has an album called Emo Grass, and it's covers of like Blink 182 and Yellow Card and Sugar Cult and some bands like that.
I
But
hate all that music.
yeah, the
I don't connect
tagline,
with it, whatever.
yeah, yeah, but the tagline to it is "grass that cuts itself," and it's got a lawnmower on on the
Oh my
cover that looks
God.
like it's mowing all by itself. So
That's
funny, dude. So funny.
that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. Like emo grass, grass that cuts itself. I was like,
There
oh,
was a lot of those bands that I know people really, really latched onto and talk about supposed to be real good, like
yeah.
My Chemical Romance, AFI.
I like both those bands.
I don't like either of them.
Yeah, I don't like the White Stripes.
I didn't either.
Cool.
It
Why?
was,
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't. Seven Nation Army's catchy as heck.
right.
But other than that, I don't really like the tone of Jack White's voice.
Yes, yes.
So there's only a few songs because he did a blues album that my
Right,
buddy had,
right,
and
right,
it's good.
right, right.
It's
Dude,
unfortunately still his voice.
yeah. I like the Raycon Tours. Is that how you say that?
Raconteurs, yeah.
Raconteurs, which is his band, but they're more of a straight up rock band. I
Yeah.
don't like the, I don't like that. I think it's terrible, dude.
Yeah, the
So
screech
bad.
tone to it.
Yeah, the first song I ever heard by them was "Fell in Love with a Girl,"
Hmm.
and it was playing on. I used to work as a custodian in the summertime at Cornell, and we would put MTV on the TVs when we were cleaning and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was playing. I walked through the lounge and I hear, I was like, what in the world is this crap? And it was like, yeah, some of the worst garbage I'd ever heard in my life. And Jack White has never recovered, or
Right. Yeah.
at least the White Stripes have never recovered.
Yeah, I agree completely. And
Yeah,
it was a choice he was making.
right, right.
It was like
'Cause-
the noise element to it. He chose to be a noise band, but with his voice. And it was
yeah, yeah. Because with the Raconteurs or Racketeers or whatever, he doesn't sing like that.
no,
He doesn't even sing anywhere close to that.
that's
So
a legit phenomenon, right? Because people hate the sound of nails on a chalkboard.
yeah,
So maybe it's a pitch thing
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's some voices that I just don't dig, and his is
up there.
100% one of them. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
at least his voice in that band, because
right.
I do, like I said, I love that. Steady as she goes,
Yep,
steady now. That's a good song, man.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And he can play. Like I said,
mhm.
that blues album is good.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a few other bands that are like that for me too. It's the Jim Morrison effect, kind of.
Sure, sure,
I
sure.
don't like Oasis.
Really? Oh man.
It's his voice.
I mean, I hear you. Yeah.
And for me, it's his voice, and
Right.
it's a perfect reflection of his attitude.
Right. Snotty.
Yeah. So I hate it. Like I can't even I mean I could, right? If we were doing the thing where I had to sit down and look for
Stuff that you
things
like.
to
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
my first initial reaction is shut up.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything from him ever.
I don't
And
know, man.
then Landslide's pretty good.
Oh, Champagne Supernova.
No, they cover
Oh, they did a cover of Landslide?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Like
was them.
the Fleetwood Mac song?
Yep.
Okay. I know Smashing Pumpkins did a cover of
Thank
it.
you. Same voice.
The Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, they have
I
similar
shouldn't have
voices.
said that.
Similar voices. Billy Corgan
Same.
is much worse.
Yeah. You say Corgan's was much worse?
Worse. Yeah, dude. I can't stand that. That nasally, whiny growl, like that fake grit. I just can't, dude.
Yeah.
Him and freaking Adam Gontier or whatever, the dude from 3 Days Grace.
Oh, the original one?
Yeah, oh god, I hate his voice so much. Um
I could see that. Yeah.
that Rainier, the guy from Our Lady Peace. Oh god.
Oh,
They all sound the same. They all do that. I freaking cannot, dude. I cannot. That's not for me.
yeah.
Not for me. But I do love Silver Sun Pickups
Oh,
because their
yeah. Yeah, I like
songs
those
are
guys a lot
so
too.
good. Their songs are so good. Like even though that guy's voice is not my thing, their songs are too good. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
I'm
like
trying to
how
remember the song I really like.
is it Lazy Eye? Because that's the song I really like.
It's kind of fast.
Now, Lazy Eye is like slow and fast and slow and fast and slow and fast.
No,
Very dynamic. Very dynamic.
this starts out just ah,
Is it I can't
I
think.
could almost
Touch the
it's
Sky?
real rapid fire the way he sings too. Oh
Yeah.
man, this is probably brutal for anybody trying to listen. The Silver Sun pickups. What is that? I can't.
Yeah, it's yeah. Lazy Eye is a really good song though.
Oh, they're a
I'll be
good band.
waiting.
They don't get enough love, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either,
I don't know
honestly.
if they split up or Panic Switch.
Oh, okay, right on. Yeah, man.
Maybe it's a the juxtaposition of the tone of Jack
Mm,
White's guitar
yeah,
and then his voice. It's like,
yeah, could be, dude. Just fuzzy guitar and a fuzzy voice. That's too much for me. I can't
and
do
it.
it.
Oh, is
It's the
that an
song,
example?
right? That song's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's not. Yeah,
but people love that or did for the longest
yeah,
time.
yeah. They did. Jack White's a genius.
I mean, he's a pretty good musician.
Yeah. What's his record label? Third Man Records? Is that him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a record label, where he puts out a bunch of blues and stuff. So I think he's
I
got good
like that.
taste. Yeah, I think he's got good taste. You
Just
know,
his voice,
yeah, just
nails on a
something
chalkboard.
about what he did with that in that particular band, just bad business. Bad
I wonder
business.
if he felt like, because they didn't have a bass player, right?
Right. No, it was just
So
guitars and drums and him.
if you would have tried to bring a deeper voice without
Right. Maybe it would have
bass,
helped.
it might have sounded weird.
You think?
Yeah, because all the
I think part of the problem is there's too much high end,
right.
you know?
And maybe that's what they were doing. Like if he would have tried to even remotely put bass in his voice, it would have stood out
Mm, maybe.
in a bad way. It would have been
Either way, I don't
disjointed.
know. It's not the choice I would have made. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But,
Aren't they foreign too? Like,
no,
aren't
this
they
is
from
Chicago.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they came out, we had these shows where you could watch. Carson Daly had one at night where
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned about Maroon 5 on there. I liked their first album.
Yeah, it's a good album. Songs about Jane. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. It had
Honestly,
this
dude,
fun.
I still like Maroon 5. I mean, it's not as good, and Adam Levine is kind of a prick, but I mean,
He's got weird tattoos. They
he
bug me.
does have weird tattoos.
It's like Sailor Jerry style, and that style is like a design and then some open space and then a
Right.
design and some.
Right. Right. I
Eh,
just remember seeing an interview with him where he was like, people are coming up to us and like, why you've become a pop band. And he's like, we were always a pop band. We never had rock as an element in our music. It was always hip hop. And I'm like, shut up, dude. You're lying. You know?
Mm, yeah, yeah. He's no, that's not true at all because
I
there's
mean,
definitely rock in that first album.
yeah, dude, we should listen to Kara's Flowers sometime.
Oh, right.
That's the band that they had in high school. And
That
it
was
was
supposed to be
based,
real good.
it's really good. Yeah. It was Maroon 5 without the keyboard player, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a freaking rock album. Yeah, I have it. I
um, oh, Rob Thomas.
Yeah,
That's the name
sure.
I was reaching for. Evidently, his band before Matchbox 20 was supposed
Tabitha
to be,
Secret.
yeah,
Uh,
it was supposed to have more edge to it.
they
I never
sound like
looked them up,
Matchbox 20. Yeah, they sound like Matchbox 20.
doing.
Yeah, I've got so record companies who wanted to make money or whatever put out their demos.
Hmm.
It's on two different albums. I think the albums even have the same name and a lot of the same songs.
Oh,
But
okay.
Just sounds like Matchbox 20. I mean, it's not bad, but
I'd always heard because I like Rob Thomas sometimes
yeah, right.
when he's not singing pop, which is what he does.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think he's got a great voice in there for bluesier kind of soul kind of rock music.
yeah. I mean, Smooth, the song that he did with Santana, is so good.
That's because if you're going to play with Santana, you
Yeah, you
better
better
bring
bring
your
it.
A game.
Hell yeah, you better. Hell yeah, you better. And that's his wife. That's Rob Thomas's wife in that video, being all hot.
That's because he's unfairly handsome too.
Yeah, he is unfairly handsome.
We're the ugly rock stars, dang it.
Man, I didn't used to be. I used to. I used to be unfairly handsome
Really?
one point in my life. I mean, I thought so.
I
I
never
thought I
did.
was extremely good looking, but I think my so I always used to say that I only got laid because of how good looking I was. Because I've never been good with small talk
Right,
and like making people feel comfortable.
right,
It's just not my thing, dude. I'm not good at it.
right.
I can tell a story, and if you can tell a story back, we can vibe and we can tell some stories. And that is what I'm good at. But just like talking to someone about regular mundane stuff, I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
And you have to be good at that to get laid. Like that's one of the important things is being able to like talk a girl up and keep her talking and keep her engaged. I've never been good at that.
No, obviously me either.
Not my thing. So anytime I ever got laid, it was because I was pretty, dude. You know, which I'm not pretty anymore. So
Uh,
I don't
I don't
get laid
know.
anymore.
I never had that side of me, so that would be a question that you'd have to find somebody.
Right. You probably couldn't even tell if you were pretty.
No, I wonder who's been around for that long that would be able to. My friend Lori, maybe.
Yeah.
She might be able to tell me because she's been around a long time and has always
Yeah.
been a very close friend that I could trust. So there's no, it's not like she'd be like, yo, I've always thought you were handsome. He, like a weird way, it'd be like, no, you were always good looking. You're just an idiot or you talk too much or,
Right.
but it's the same thing. I don't people well,
Yeah. It's tough, dude. Peopling is tough. I would
especially
go to a
new
freaking
people.
party with a book.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
mean, I
mean?
worked at a bar and I would read.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Or just
Yeah.
not know how to like continue a conversation.
Right.
You know, like I could talk to someone and I could tell that they were into me, but I wouldn't know how to like do anything but go, well, it was nice meeting you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I just could never, yeah, could
That's
never
why
do
you
it.
should have played music so you could get laid more.
I mean, I tried. I tried playing music, dude. I did a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's you know hard to
that's
find
so
people
funny.
who are committed.
It's so
Plus, I
funny.
blew my ears out so young, dude. So it made it tough.
Yeah. I see kids now with like ear muffs basically on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's probably smart, but
Yeah.
are you cheapening the experience?
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's like, um, I saw this comedian and she was like, I never understood why men refuse to wear condoms. They'd be like, well, it just feels different. It doesn't feel the same. And then she was like, and then my earplugs fell out at a Taylor Swift concert when she was performing something or other. And yeah. But yeah, it's when you have earplugs in, all you hear is bottom end,
Yeah.
you know, which now I can't hear high end at all. So, yeah. Oh man.
I think it's kind of part of the experience. It's also kind of part of the tattoo experience.
Yeah.
And because you're sacrificing something. Maybe sacrificing isn't the right word. It costs something,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not just talking about money. I mean, that experience costs you something. And
Yeah.
it's
I
a
mean,
little bit of your hearing, almost like I'm trying
right.
to say that you were you are using your hearing to such a massive extent
Yeah, yeah,
that the only thing it can do is cost you just a little bit of it, you know?
for sure, man. It's funny, like I am very good at getting tattoos. I
Because
don't really think it hurts. Like I
you don't
just
have the
don't.
right spots yet.
Yeah, maybe, but I just don't really think it hurts. And I feel like I give Casey the wrong impression about getting a tattoo feels like. Um,
It doesn't hurt though. It's
because it does hurt, but it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? Like
that's
Casey
part of
Casey watched me get a tattoo on my neck, and I just sat there. And people were like, "Oh man, when you get that tattoo on your neck, you better take some pills first or something." And I was like, "Dude,
right. My
whatever."
tattoo artist would kick you out of the shop if you were messed up.
I would never do that anyway. But yeah, it didn't hurt.
It's part of it though. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it
you can
hurts some,
you can
but you're
feel it
almost rite of
tearing and you can
passage.
feel it moving. But I felt so much worse pain than freaking a tattoo. Like way worse, man.
Yeah. It's that same like I was just trying to get at. It's almost the experience of it, right? We know that
Yeah.
tribes and things like that do like a rite of passage,
Mm-hmm.
and it always kind of involves some kind of pain, some kind of going
Sure.
to your limit.
Firewalking and all that crazy crap.
So maybe there's something about it that there's almost an understanding when you're in pain. It's
Yeah.
like the pain will cut if it's not important, pain's cutting it right out of your life.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is. Going through something like that gives you like a clarity.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Mm, it
I
sounds
don't
like
know. I just know like I wish I had had money to get better tattoos when I was younger because basically I have two tattoos that I like and five tattoos that I don't, and I feel like I'm too old at this point to really do anything about it.
I've only ever covered up one piece,
Oh,
one
I
small
covered up
piece.
both of my forearm pieces are cover ups. You know?
I got lucky and met exceptional artists. Not,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
there's
see.
some great tattoo artists all around, but
Yeah,
the people that I'm lucky to have known are exceptionally good.
yeah.
So,
What?
yes, I paid fair prices,
Right.
but the art and the experience and the so I was from the jump, I knew anything I wanted was going to look fantastic.
Yeah,
So I got kind of spoiled that way.
yeah. When I was 18, I just decided I wanted tattoos, and I didn't really care. And I knew this guy named Rob who was trying to start a tattoo shop, but he wasn't licensed yet. And so he would just give tattoos. Like he had a little portable machine, and he would just give tattoos with it.
Yeah.
And he did tattoos super cheap. So
Did you ever go to and this might have just been something with my group of friends. I'm not going to
yeah,
throw anybody under the bus just because, but some friends of mine, their parents threw like a tattoo party where
right,
some
sure,
artist came over
yeah,
with a book full of flash and
yep, yep. I never went to one, but I've known about them.
I got my first the one I covered up actually was like a devil moon, like a red crescent moon with like horns. You could kind of picture the thing
Yeah,
up here in my arm, like in the classic spot.
right, 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 right.
But I that was the thing that I would hope is gone, which is what I was getting at. Like that whole industry has gotten so much better that
Yeah,
tattoo party. I mean, we were those of us that smoked cigarettes at the time were smoking cigarettes and we
right, 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 right.
drinking and
Yeah. Nah, dude, I'm pretty sure people still have tattoo parties. I'm pretty sure that's definitely still a thing. They may be
right.
more organized now than they used to be, but they definitely still exist.
I could see that. Like there's people I know that if they set up the space,
Hmm.
I would believe them. If they were like, no, this is fine. You obviously don't flick your ashes near me or whatever. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could see The problem is these were what, $20, $30 tattoos. At a
Right.
point, you're like you were saying, I knew I wanted sleeves for friggin' ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tattoos go with music too. Like
Oh, for sure.
there's a connection there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, I
Everything.
was just thinking about the other night because I was watching an interview with Sky Blue where she was talking about going into blood and guts.
Hmm.
And that chick has like a massive tattoo. I mean, it's she's got tattoos on both of her arms.
Hmm.
It's massive. And she's dating Kyle Fletcher, who doesn't have a single tattoo on his entire body. And I was like,
He
that must
doesn't?
be kind of weird. No, Kyle Fletcher doesn't have any tattoos.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some people, and it's mostly older people that will be like, "Oh no, if a girl has tattoos, it's a turnoff."
Oh, dude, I love chicks with tattoos.
It's got to be good work though.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with no, I don't know. I don't want to be rude to nobody because that's not what we're about.
Right.
All right. It's
Yeah.
you thinking about wrapping it up?
Yeah, let's I thought we were gonna wrap it up a while ago and we just kept talking.
That
That's
Oh, I
what
was in the
happens.
comic shop that I go to, and of course, the one of the guys that I get along with really well, our type of people, we were just
Yeah.
talking. He's like, I had this on. He's like, oh, what's the? I was like, oh, it goes to my podcast, and
Nice.
I was doing the thing, and I was like, actually, I bet you would get this. I said,
Yeah.
it's just we throw on an album and we sit around and talk about it. And he's our
Right.
age, and he's like, yeah, I get that completely.
Hell yeah.
And I
Hell
was
yeah.
just like, it is something. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I'm just appreciative, which is where I was going with
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Yeah,
We're
and Kyle
running
Fletcher
into
does
so
have
many.
tattoos.
What?
I said and Kyle Fletcher does have tattoos. I'm
I thought he did too, but who
yeah,
knows?
I guess I yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
yeah,
Anybody like listening? Nate, I know listening doesn't mind girls with tattoos. I don't know about Ryan. He could hit us up and let us know.
sure.
But anybody, if you're one of those guys that just don't like it, I'd like to know why. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if you have to say, "Oh, I think they look trashy." I understand you're not calling anybody trashy. I would just genuinely like to know why you wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's hot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But art,
I mean,
it's an expression of art, and
yeah,
obviously we're both into art, be it
yeah.
sonically,
100%.
visually. So I get why you and I would like it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
never.
Yeah.
I think it's hot. Whatever.
Yeah, I dig it, dude.
All right. So final thoughts or anything like that for the album? It's
I mean, the album's great. You know, like I said,
we keep
70s
running
vibe,
into this.
reminds me of Black Sabbath. Um, yeah, if you dig that kind of stuff, it's
Yeah.
definitely good. Great musicianship, you know.
This would be a good one for Ryan who listens to music and stuff at work because
Yeah,
just if you're in a job where you can imagine, just listen to it and let it feel let catch that groove that I kept talking about.
yeah, 100%, man. But yeah.
The genre is fun. Like if
Mm,
you like the books we were talking about, the Terry Goodkind, which was Sort of Truth. If
mm,
you like that kind of thing, then this is Tolkien, all of that. This is the
yeah,
music for you.
yeah, definitely. It'll take
Um,
you somewhere, man, for sure.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a nice musical journey by guys who know not only what they want to present, they have the skills to present it
Yes. Yes.
uh, perfectly.
Absolutely.
I can't say anything more about it. I think that's a
Yeah.
good.
Works for
So
me.
we're gonna go ahead and do. I gotta find the name of the album since I just 7 Degrees from Center.
Okay.
The album. Oh, they have a couple. No, that's a single. That's a single. It's called Catalog Debris. It's from
Okay.
'05. They're from
Cool.
Indiana.
Okay.
My buddy Nate really loves them. This is like the Shun album was for me, and
Okay.
then Brother Meat were for you. So this is a really important album to him, which will be interesting to get into lyrically because I know him so well.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you're going to listen, which you should, Nate, listen to the album first, Nate. Anyway, the album or the band 7 Degrees from Center, they are on
Yeah.
Spotify. The album is called Catalog Debris, so check it out. That way we can come back here next week and remind you that my taste in music sucks.
Yeah, mine does too.
All right. That's it for me. Bye. Good
Yeah,
night,
Larry.
everybody.
Thanks for listening, y'all. All right.
You got to find the whole stop thing.
Yeah.